We're live. We're going live now. I think we're live.
Sweet.
Angela?
Yes.
You are live, lady friend.
So good to be here. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm behind, but otherwise I'm great. Nadine brought this great story that I'm very interested in. I'll talk about it.
Yeah, tell me about it. I don't know anything about it.
There's a country singer called Zach Brown, I think. Brown.
Okay.
He's a bad dude, if you ask his ex-wife.
Oh, what happened?
They got a divorce in January, but he's been, according to her, harassing her with the courts. So basically, she has been he's been suing her. He's just been sending like these. What's up, Delicate? How you doing?
Sweet.
We're talking about Zach Brown. You probably know this. So yes, Zach Brown. I think that's his name. The Zach Brown Band. Does that sound familiar?
Yes, I think you have that right. So tell me what's happening?
He is destroying this woman's life, or at least attempting to, according to.
It's like a messy
her.
divorce, or it's like more than that.
Well, I guess it was. It shouldn't have been a messy divorce. Apparently, she wrote a poem. I don't know what's in the poem, but apparently she wrote a poem. I guess this was shortly after their divorce. I'm not sure, but I guess she wrote a poem. She posted it on like Instagram or something like that, and he sued her for it. And he sued her multiple times now. She has now countered that lawsuit. So
I wonder if it's because they had an NDA or something. She wasn't supposed to talk about it.
No, she never mentioned that. At least not in her like sort of talk. What are you freaking out about, Delicate? Delicate says she's freaking out about something. Gotta know what that is. What's happening? This is
Papa John's lover 32.
Busted. What's up, Papa John's lover 32? What's going on? He said, Dale, what's up? Like we know each other. Kind of scares me a little bit.
Don't be scared by. You can't be scared by Papa John's lover 32.
Oh, it's Noah from the email. What's up, Noah? What's going on?
That's a really funny username, Noah. What are you doing with that?
Papa John's lover 32 is really funny.
Hi, Erica.
What's up, Erica? What's up?
Okay, so while we find out what is freaking Delicate out,
yes,
I would like to hear more about this story.
This dude who is a country singer out of Atlanta, and he's that kind of country that I don't like. I'm sure that's not a judgment on the kind of music that he is. It's like I don't know how to describe what kind of country this is, but I've never liked it. It's just this like. I don't know, it feels like a line dancing type country or something. I can't explain what it is.
Line dancing.
I don't understand like necessarily the subgenres of country really, save for maybe country blues. He's a country singer. He's really talented. I listened to a couple of his songs, having been exposed to him a little bit just now, and I can see why people consume his product. But
because he does that style of country music really well.
He does that style
of
country music really
garbage.
Well. It's not for me. And so but anyway, so I don't know, they got married in like 2020, something or other, 2021, it was like a quick like dash. She's a pretty woman. He is whatever in terms of like, what he does. I can't get my head around this. I just got a hold of it. It appears as though that he's using the courts to sue this woman and to harass her and really break her, just to break her. Like he's using his money, his considerable wealth and power. He's this popular. Like as I was looking this up, Snoop Dogg had just taken the stage with him in Los Angeles or like an amphitheater somewhere. And
that doesn't say much though.
Well, Snoop Dogg is a
everywhere.
Big giant name,
Yeah, but he's also in like laundry detergent ads. He does everything.
Rainbow Pickle is here. Travis just did a photo dump. I saw this of him and Taylor and Swifties are crashing out right now. Everything's in chaos.
Like
It's so obvious they're
is
going to
it
get married.
Is it a good or a bad thing?
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. They look so happy together. It's all these pictures of them vacating and like having this fucking great time.
I'm gonna run, not
Yeah.
walk, over to the charts to look up Taylor Swift's astrology today.
She's having a. She's having a. Well, yes.
Oh yeah, she has a Jupiter return. That's really interesting. And
Well,
then
I got to get the. This is funny because Cosmic Urgency. It's so funny because I was like digging for stories today. Cosmic Urgency says no South Park on the agenda. Is it because it was a lot of Little Richard? Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, it was. Yeah. Well, no, we'll talk about that. I just didn't put it on the. I should have put it on the thing. I don't know.
Let's talk about it because I'm really confused that the South Park animators gave him the Canadian treatment. They
did give him the Canadian
put Trump
treatment. Well, that's
on there.
obvious. That's
I
obvious.
thought it was only Canadians that have like
annexation.
they're like
I think it is. I think you're probably right. I don't know if that's true.
I can't do it.
I'm not a South Park expert, although I will tell you that South Park was like a cool thing for me, a discovery for me, because I got it when it was just a cartoon that was like an independent, like one-off cartoon that was
Right.
like going around Sundance one year. And I got my hands on it. We watched it. It was the funniest thing ever. It was like a battle between Jesus and the devil.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
And I forget what it was called. It was called like something Christmas or something. I don't know. Anyway, it was fucking hilarious. It was the first time I ever saw it. I was wheezing laughing, of course. But we'll get to the South Park stuff. Absolutely.
Wait.
This guy's...
Let's talk about it.
The South Park stuff? We're
Yeah.
flipping right up to Zach Brown. We're done with Zach Brown. Fuck Zach Brown.
Well, you're not
Is that
really
his
saying
name?
much about it anyway because you don't know much.
It sounds like a really bad situation.
But I think that Cosmic Urgency brought up a fun topic that I think we should talk about.
Okay, we'll talk about the Little Richard story. Well, listen, so South Park, they released a teaser trailer. They signed a $1.8 billion deal with Paramount. Am I right in saying that?
I remember there being a B, and I don't remember the numbers because it was just so
Or 1.3
astounding
billion. It's
to me.
over $1 billion.
A B billion. What?
This is for new stuff.
Yeah,
This isn't for their
that's
whole
crazy.
library or anything, I don't think.
I have a
Whatever. They teased it with this. And by the way, there was an accusation levied against CBS that CBS had fired Stephen Colbert because they were trying to, suck up to Trump so that Trump would pass with his FCC the $8+ billion deal from this Sky Baby or whatever the fuck it is, some parent company buying Paramount Studios. So that deal has been approved by the FCC. So if that was their tactic, it worked because the deal went through.
so the South Park thing has to do with Paramount?
Well, yes, because so there's that accusation levied against them against Paramount, right, to try to suck up to the president so they can get this deal passed, and the deal does pass. On the day that the deal passes, South Park, I mean, it's unbelievable. South Park releases a video that basically puts Donald Trump in bed with Satan in a very intimate form, and Donald Trump is not very well endowed. He is a Little Richard, according to the artists known as Matt Stone
Stormy
and Trey
Daniels.
Parker. Did Stormy Daniels accuse him of having a small?
No, it
Little
wasn't an
Richard?
accusation. She just described it. That's why everybody's like shows up at the protest sign with signs that are like, weird looking mushrooms.
Is that really true?
Yeah.
How embarrassing. Well,
Are we body shaming?
yeah.
Is it-
well, no. I mean,
is it
you know
allowed
how I
when
feel
you're-
about this. I'm not going to get on. I'm not jumping on the.
Is it
bar.
allowed when you're talking about the worst person on the planet?
No, it's not.
I feel like there's a little bit of leeway there.
No, you can talk about like his hair because that's like optional. You can talk about his orange. I mean, you can talk about anything you want, but
Yeah.
I'm going to leave his Little Richard alone. But yeah, it doesn't bother me that they went after his Little Richard all that much because again, there's no avoiding it right now. I just hope that there's eventually some kind of awareness that stops people from shaming people with small penises.
Well, it's just like
Especially when they got to put him in the company with Donald Trump, because like it's not like it's not bad enough that you got this genetic thing where you're like you wake up and you got a Little Richard, but now you gotta like your company is Donald Trump.
these
Guys, they just never get a break.
the myth of the sword of Damocles.
Well, explain it.
Oh, well, it's like I can't remember the names of these people, but Damocles was a king, and somebody was like, well, but I want to be king. I can't remember. The context is a lot more interesting than I'm just paraphrasing. And he was like, well, he was basically, the story is like, heavy is the head that wears the crown. He was like, cool, you can sit in my throne. Like, go ahead, hop up, see what it's like. And the guy does, and he looks up, and there's this dangling sword over the throne that could drop at any minute. And it's just this allegory for like, you have this like seat of prominence, but there's always a threat of self undoing, or of somebody attacking you, or some sort of like there's a constant threat that you can't manage. And I just think it's hilarious that Trump's sword of Damocles is just ridicule. That he's such like a little delicate flower in the ego department that everybody knows that the way to get to him the best is just to make fun of him. I love that for him.
Oh, Tanner's in as Caden Tucker. He's like, hey Dale, it's Tanner. I'm on my both account. I don't know what that is.
Bot account
right now.
So we do have bots.
Erica says he has small hands. His small hands body shaming. Like, does it ever end? Well, listen, all I can say about the Little Richard part of this man is I don't really give a shit about it, and I don't really give a shit that they're poking fun at him. I wish one day, though, and I've said it a million times, and I'll say it a million more until it happens, that those guys could get a break. It'd be nice if half the men in the room didn't have to deal with the shame, being reminded of the one thing that they had no control over but have to live with.
Yeah, right.
These guys, they lose their lives trying to change it. There are men out there like trying, they're so fucking wrapped up in this nonsense that they end their lives. Or they don't end their lives, they die from enhancement surgery.
Oh yeah, God.
You hear about it on a regular basis. It's
yes.
terrible. Oh, brother's account. Caden's on his brother's account. What's up, Tucker's brother, Caden? What's going on? Caden and Tucker is kind of like a
Tanner.
Tanner and Caden. What did I say, Tucker? Just getting all confused. It's like a 90s. It's like a 90s indie film title. Yeah, South Park, man. Those guys are funny as fuck. That was a cool trailer. If you haven't seen it, seek it out.
Cosmic Urgency said it was a full episode that aired last night. I don't think you saw the full
I didn't see the full episode.
We just saw a little clip.
I think the episode is actually available for free for everyone for unlimited time only.
Are you going to check it out?
I will, yeah. Will you?
Yeah.
I'll check it out with you then. It's a date.
What do we think about the untimely passing of Hulk Hogan today?
Today I had a tuna sandwich for lunch.
I saw somebody that retweeted the news and he said, and nothing of value was lost.
And nothing of value was lost. Yeah, I mean, Hulk Hogan is a racist. Was a racist. Like if I were going to remember Hulk Hogan for what he was, I would remember him as a racist, as an absolute raving racist.
Yeah. Like he was like throwing around the N-words.
We're not talking about
like,
a guy.
No problem.
Right. We're not talking about a guy like born with, like dealing with what he was born with, the culture that he was.
Of course not. Come on.
We're talking about a guy who was like
fucking wealthy celebrity.
His blood boiled wrong,
My favorite thing to dislike about Hulk Hogan is that he kept his wrestling colleagues from unionizing.
Well, there's another piece of shit move, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a fucking scab.
Yeah, he's a fucking scab. He's dead. Hey, listen,
I
never wished death upon him, but I didn't care much for the life he led.
You want to know the story?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I think the article that everybody is citing about this news was okay, and on the way
guys. I just picked my teeth really rudely on camera. I'll never do that again.
Okay, I found it, but before we get to that, I just want to say what Andre the Giant said about Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, what did Andre the Giant say about Hulk Hogan? Yeah, this is the context of wrestling, but I love it.
Andre the Giant said, I don't like to speak badly of people. I've grown up thinking and being told that if you cannot say something nice about someone, you should not say anything at all. But I must break that rule in this case because I hate Hulk Hogan very much. He is a big, ugly goon, and I want to squash his face.
I love that dude. He was so rad.
Okay, so here's the story. How Hulk Hogan helped prevent Jesse Ventura from starting a wrestlers union.
Okay.
This fucking guy.
Jesse Ventura, the former Minnesota governor, Jesse Ventura.
Okay, this is short. I'm just going to read the whole thing. Is that fine with you?
Yeah.
Okay. The employment status of professional wrestlers has long been a conversation point among fans. Instead of being full-time employees for their particular companies, wrestlers have been regarded as independent contractors, meaning the company that they're contracted with doesn't withhold taxes, but they also don't pay health benefits, unemployment compensation, Social Security, or Medicare taxes. WWE Hall of Famer and former Minnesota Governor Jesse the Body Ventura has long been an opponent of wrestlers' independent contractor standing. Ventura spoke about this on an episode of the Steve Austin Show. He declared, "Vince McMahon is lucky I didn't go for the Senate, because had I gone for the Senate, I would have started a senatorial investigation as to why pro wrestlers are called independent contractors when they're not." On this issue, Ventura was one of the first proponents for the formation of a wrestlers' union, which he tried to start. The Body was able to join the Screen Actors Guild due to his role in the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie Predator and wanted to bring that to his fellow wrestlers. He told the story of addressing the locker room prior to WrestleMania 2, noting that no one's agent was around, so he gave a speech to the boys, encouraging his compatriots to refuse to go on without the opportunity to unionize. The next night, I get a call from Vince McMahon, who basically threatened...
Vinny, as I call him.
Yeah, because you guys are close.
Yeah, you know Vinny.
Who basically threatened to fire me if I ever brought it up again and read me the riot act. So when I came to Vince, I told him point blank, "Vince, I won't ever bring up union again." I said, "If these guys are too stupid to fight for their rights, I have my union now." Jesse the Body Ventura would finally figure out what happened with his push for a union when he sued Vince McMahon. Ventura recalled his attorneys back and forth with the former WWE chairman during his deposition. In a direct line of questioning, Ventura's lawyer asked McMahon if anybody had ever tried to form a wrestling union, to which Vince remembered Ventura attempting at one point, and when the lawyer asked McMahon how he knew, he confidently said that Hulk Hogan had told him. Absolutely shocked at this new information directly from Vince McMahon, Ventura was understandably taken back. He said, "It was like someone punched me in the face." Ventura told Stone Cold Steve Austin on his podcast, he said, "This was my friend, and I thought, Hogan," he said, "Hogan betrayed me? Hogan called Vince and ratted me?" Austin proceeded to ask why Hogan would do this, especially considering that Jesse Ventura had openly spoken about their friendship. Ventura responded, "Hogan continued to lie and said he didn't do it. Well, at the trial, we got the records of WrestleMania 3, the big one. Him and Andre, well, Hogan made more money than all of us combined, including Andre. So naturally, he didn't want a union. So he got a fucking kickback for it."
What a scumbag, dude.
I know.
He's such a dirtpig fuck.
Why would you turn on all the people who they're like? We recently saw that documentary about the it's not American Ninja Warriors. What was it called? That show that was on in the 90s?
Oh yeah. The
American Gladiator.
American Gladiator.
Yeah, that's a really, really great documentary. You guys should see
it was
like a really
wonderful.
cool
Yeah, I
series.
loved it. What do you remember? What platform that was? I'll look it up.
The American Gladiator documentary. They're all talking about how they're all basically like family because, nobody lives the lifestyle they live. Like it's not like they have a lot of time outside of the gym and outside of practice too. So they're all really close, and it's just fucking weird that one guy stopped them from unionizing.
Muscles and Mayhem on Netflix.
Yes, that's such a great title. Muscles and Mayhem.
I loved it. It was a great doc. I'm sure Tanner's seen it. It's a really great doc. It's really eye-opening in a big way. Yeah, so fucking Hulk Hogan, look, the things he said about his own daughter. I mean, the guy is gross. He's a gross human being. And so I don't have any love lost at all. I remember, however, when he was the good guy. So, wrestling came out as fake. When that happened, that devastated me in wrestling forever. I never returned to it because I watched it as a very young kid. And it was a bloody affair back then in the 70s and the early 80s.
Man.
It was a bloody affair. And it was like savage. And I was like right up there with, early Romans, like, just loving it, just loving all the pain and death that it brought. And then it got outed as fake. And when it got outed as fake, the thing, it just lost its lure for me. Well, that is, of course, the rise of guys like Hulk Hogan during that time. And Hulk, so I kind of like had a somewhat of a peripheral still attachment to it. And again, TV was still rather limited back then. So it still managed to find its way in front of my eyeballs. Well, Hulk Hogan, he started out as the good guy. He was the good guy. And he was like a really good guy.
And who was the other guy that had that like super iconic voice? It was like Randy Savage. Is that it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What was
his name? Fucking veins out there.
What was his name?
Oh, Randy Savage. The Macho Man?
Yes, the the Macho
Randy
Man.
the Macho Man Savage.
I know, it was such like a golden time for like over the top characters.
It was. You should
I
have
looked
been
up-
in the 70s with like Mad Dog Vachon and the Crusher and the Claw. The Claw. He was this bald guy who drooled and all he did was go, oh, and then like they would wrestle and then he would get the claw on you, and when you got the claw on you, it was over.
And little
he would
Dale-
like hold his hand like this and be like, oh, and you'd be like, oh, and then you just like die on his
And
hand.
young Dale was like, no way this is fake.
No way, this is fake. So real.
Look at them, they're so real.
It's too real.
Look, his claw is controlling him. You can see it. So I looked up after.
You should look up Rogi Vachon. He only had one tooth. He had this big long tooth. He was like, "Oh, I'll fucking kill you!" And he had this big ass long tooth, and everything else missing. It's the best. He wore the one suit. You know the one suit I'm talking about? The
Yeah.
one suit wrestling suit.
Yes.
He had one of those with a big hairy like chest. Rogi Vachon. Oh, I loved him. The Mad Dog.
So like people are sharing like the worst, most racist things that Hulk Hogan said, like just to make sure everybody understands. Like we don't want to cheer for this.
No,
guy
yeah.
Too
Do
much.
you want to read it with the just redact
No
the
way.
N-words?
I'm not gonna read.
Like just
even if I said
to remember him by.
he's very, very relaxed with the N word. He says it a lot.
But he
it's
says it
like,
in the
you
most
gotta
hateful
be-
way. He doesn't even say it as oh, we just say this too much around here
You
kind
gotta
of
be a
thing.
real scumbag.
Or like to reverse it, like as using it as like just vernacular. He's using it as
No, he's not like singing.
a racist.
He's not singing rap lyrics. He's like using
yeah,
it.
right, yeah. Oh yeah. So off he goes into the wild blue yonder.
Yep.
Anyway, he's no longer with us, and may God help his soul.
Do you think he showed up in wrestler heaven and like Mr. T was there to just like slap him across the
Mr.
face?
T ain't dead.
Mr. T?
What the fuck was wrong with you?
Mr. T is not dead?
What, Angela?
I thought Mr. T died a
Oh
few
my
years ago.
God. The Claw is dead.
Mr. T.
Rogi Vachon is dead.
Mr. T is 73 years old.
Yeah, he's quite alive, bro.
Wait a second.
He looks great
I
too.
thought that everybody memorialized him like just a couple years ago. Holy shit.
Well, you were wrong. Look
Maybe
at
it was
Angela
a
dropping it. Dude, you're on live in front of the whole fucking world.
premonition.
And you're talking about people dying. Come on, man. We have a responsibility
Well, I'm so glad to know that Mr.
as
T is
entertainers.
still with us. This guy, dude.
Yeah, Mr. T?
Yeah.
Yeah, I pity the fool who tries to take that guy
You know,
away from me.
if I could have, I would have been Mr. T for Halloween every single year. But, for obvious reasons, that would...
You couldn't make the hair work?
Yeah.
You couldn't get the mohawk?
Exactly. This guy is the coolest looking dude on the planet, dude.
He was a pretty rad
I
guy.
hope he's doing well. I
His
don't know anything about him
his Rocky was so badass, dude. He was like he next only to Dolph, right? Second only to Dolph. I
Oh, yeah,
think
here's a
Dolph
video.
was like the great boxing villain.
Here's a video that shows up. If you search for Mr. T, you'll get this video. It's the full match of Mr. T and Hulk Hogan versus Roddy Piper and Paul
The Rowdy Piper, bro.
Orndorff.
I never understood the Rowdy Piper. Every time I saw him, I was like, he's dressed in a skirt. I'm not intimidated by this guy. And every time he came out, I was like, who's going to be scared of a guy in a skirt?
You've obviously never done battle in Scotland, Dale.
Like a bunch of tough dudes are not going to be scared of a guy in a skirt. But he won sometimes.
Cosmic Urgency is asking, Mr. T was a pro wrestler? I mean, I guess not for long because he was such a mega star.
Was he?
Like he was doing
I don't even remember if he was.
he was
actually.
doing everything. He was everywhere. He was in like those they used to be like public service announcement type ads for the library, where Mr. T would be like, read your books or whatever.
Yeah, those are fun. He's a caring guy. Like he's like MC Hammer in that way. Yes, Mr. T was a professional wrestler. He's well known for his appearances in the World Wrestling Federation and the World Championship Wrestling during the 80s and 90s, and he even headlined the first WrestleMania with Hulk Hogan.
Okay, well, is Randy Savage alive then? Because
There you
maybe
go.
that's who I'm thinking of.
No, Randy Savage is not alive. He is deceased. What's up, crazy GMA and everybody else on TikTok? I hope you guys are doing well. Love spending our nights with you, and so glad you came to hang out with us tonight. I hope you like Rod Stewart, because I'm going to start singing it. Tonight's the night. Oh, wait. The lyrics in that I never understood were so absolutely terrifying.
Yes.
They're PDF file terrifying.
Sometimes that happens where you're like, wow, that was a real hit, and everybody sang along to it.
And everyone sang
nobody
along to it.
paid attention to the
Holy
lyrics.
shit, that song was from
Yeah.
Joey Soloway's talk. I never like, and this happens over and over again. Like all these rock stars have written so many songs about them bedding children. It's unbelievable. Everybody made a big deal out of Jerry Lee Lewis marrying his 13-year-old cousin, which, yeah, dude, that's a little weird. But, or 15-year-old or whatever. It was whatever. It was dating her when she was 13. I'm fucking madness.
Yeah.
But, you know, it turns out that it was as prevalent as the music itself, it seems. That these fuckers would just go and
they were hits.
Hits, big giant, massive hits. Well, Alicia Silverstone became huge because of doing it with Aerosmith.
And how old was she then?
She was fucking 16.
16. Oh my God.
16, and she was just totally objectified completely.
Yeah, it's a weirdo culture, guys. You know, that's why we got such a steep hill to climb, because we're like having to like, you know, bail the water out of a boat that's been like filling in since the dawn of time, you know. 1970s were wild for that too. It's like all the lyrics in those songs were so blatantly like.
Cosmic Urgency hasn't seen any of the Rocky movies, and listen, you know, let me say something about that, okay? That's cool, but to not see the first one is missing out on one of the greatest sports movies ever made, certainly, and it's just an overall like perfectly written. There's a reason why it won an Oscar for best screenplay, and so for that reason, I would highly recommend seeing Rocky 1. Rocky 1 will make you sad that they turned it into a franchise, even though it was inevitable. How could you not? You know, you got a big giant, you know, boxing champion on your hands, or actually, well, no spoilers. Watch that fucking movie, Cosmic Urgency. I will watch Pearl this weekend if you will watch Rockies. Do we got a deal? Rocky 1.
Talking direct to camera.
Pearl. Do we got a deal?
That's so funny.
I'm gonna, you know, we gotta like do this. I gotta put the little.
Tanner and Delicate are asking questions in the chat.
Okay.
Well, Tanner's providing a lot of information. Thanks, Tanner.
Yeah, he's a download.
Tanner said that Mr. T was only in WWE once.
Well, according to the
Delicate wants to know, did Randy do the people's elbow? Is that a thing?
Is that what it is? I don't remember.
Do you remember? That's hilarious. I don't know what that is, but I like it. The people's elbow. Just do they mean like this?
It says that he was yes. Well, I don't know. It says he did quite a bit of wrestling, Tanner, but maybe not. WrestleMania, he teamed up with Hulk Hogan to defeat Roddy Piper. And Paul, see, I told you, Roddy Piper, right? You're not gonna fucking
Spoilers.
go up against. No, you're not gonna go up against.
You just spoiled the match.
It's a fucking old match. You're gonna.
Yeah,
Oh,
but I haven't
hey,
seen
I got
it
news
yet.
for you. Fucking.
What if I don't know who's gonna win?
I got news for you. Fucking Muhammad Ali. He beats. I don't know. Pick one.
Everybody.
He wins the Thriller in Manila.
Dale.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
He wins it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
See, now you ruined it. Now I can't watch it.
Mike Tyson gets knocked out by Buster Douglas. I'm sorry, but it happened. Of all fucking, that's when I knew he was a fraud.
I don't care about Mike Tyson.
Well, neither do I, but he still got knocked out
He's
by
a fucking cannibal.
He is a cannibal. He's an
Like,
ear-eating rapist.
Irrefutably.
I'm not
he's
supposed
a
to say
cannibal.
that. I have no forgiveness for any of these people. I don't.
Cosmic Urgency is asking, does that mean that you are against the movie The Crush?
Oh, I like the movie The Crush. Why would I be against? Well, why? Well,
Is it that same premise?
it's like a Lolita thing where, like, Alicia Silverstone. Is that the one, right? Where she isn't that with Carrie Elways or whatever?
Oh, is it?
And she's like the babysitter, and then she like seduces him, and then she ends up turning into like a Fatal Attraction-y type thing.
See, I have very strong feelings about this. Like, Lolita is always compared to these other.
The male gaze.
Yeah, Lolita is always compared to these other movies that are about the same thing happening, but you can't compare them because Lolita stands alone in that the protagonist is awful and he's made to be awful,
right? And
like the whole time you're just like, oh God, why is he awful?
No, it's true. If you go see Pretty Girls, if you watch the movie Pretty Girls, which I loved, by the way,
yeah,
but there's what one would refer to as a Lolita storyline in there. Timothy Hutton and Natalie Portman is a very young, like 12-year-old Natalie Portman. And
that's constant for Natalie Portman, bro.
And here's the thing, like, you know, to your point, it's not about Tim Hutton being a bad dude at all. It's about this idea of romanticizing the potential for sexual or the sexual, romanticizing the sexual tension between a fully grown man and a child.
See, that's not, you can't compare that to Lolita.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Everybody's got this wrong. Nabokov did it right. Where he was like, look at this absolutely horrific person who's oblivious to how absolutely insane he is.
The problem that he ran
watch
into...
him destroy himself.
The problem that he ran into... I'm sorry to interrupt you. Yeah. The problem that he ran into, Nabokov, was that... Or he didn't run into any problems, but the problem that book seems to run into, at least in terms of interpretation of it, is that some people think that Lolita is this glorification of PDF files, or this idea of some kind of, and it's just absolutely completely incorrect.
That's a reading
one of the misconceptions
problem.
of it is that Nabokov is just one of the most beautiful writers you'll ever sit down to read. If you sit down and read a Nabokov book, you're about to get just the richest, most beautiful prose poured over you. It's just a miracle what this man did with words. And so it's very easy for maybe people who aren't necessarily comprehending or there to comprehend, for that matter, to get swept up in the idea and the way in which he's going to describe things, because he's going to describe them through the PDF file's eyes.
Right.
And that is going to be romanticized. Yeah, because that is going to be hot.
He's using romantic language, but that doesn't mean he's romanticizing it.
He's just being the author he is, the writer he is, but he's also being the writer is true to the protagonist's point of view.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of like, I can't remember her name right now, but the author of We Need to Talk About Kevin wrote the protagonist. It's also told in like first person narrative. And she's writing letters, and she's like just a head case. Like she's really messed up, and she's like kind of a bad person, but she's the person who's telling the story. I really enjoy
Lionel
these like
Shriver.
Right.
I love that book, by the way.
I'm really interested in these stories with like the what do they call it? The narrator, not a problematic narrator. I can't remember the word right now.
Come on, Angela, pluck it from your memory. You can do it.
Well, when the narrator isn't an unreliable narrator, that's what it is.
An unreliable, narrator.
Yeah, I think that those are delightful. When it's like told in like first person point of view, but the narrator is unreliable. Like they don't know that
that's,
they're
by the way,
awful.
a very technical thing. And in fact, just to keep everybody on the unreliable narrator definition, this is really cool, by the way, because this is something that's no, Mr. T, fuck you doing? Unreliable.
Mr. T had something to say.
Yeah, Mr. T was like, man, I got something to say about this shit. Man, everything's going wrong. Mercury in retrograde is fucking with me. Unreliable. All of this to get the unreliable narrator definition. My God. An unreliable narrator is a storyteller whose account of events cannot be fully trusted. This narrator might be intentionally deceptive, unknowingly biased, or mentally unstable, leading the reader to question the validity of the presented narrative.
Yes, it's the best.
Their unreliability can stem from various factors, including lying, faulty memory, mental illness, or simply a limited perspective.
Yeah, it's the greatest. Because, like, okay, so what's his name? Humbert?
Engelbert?
No. The protagonist in Lolita.
Oh, I don't remember.
Humbert,
I didn't read it. I didn't read it. You know.
Oh, you have to. It's so good.
I read.
Anyway, the whole time he thinks that he's being seduced. Yeah. But like the situation plays out every time where you're like, why would you think that, you idiot? Like there's nothing remotely like that going on. So it's just it's really easy to tell that he's like, lost it, And those are the only types of those stories that I want to see. Claire said, Dale and Scott exchanging movies. Maybe the world is healing.
Yeah. What do you mean? I watched this stuff because of him. The time is lost forever. No, I'm kidding. I got to see Scott Bloom shirtless. It was amazing.
Tanner said it's not a spoiler. It was one of their first few manias. And Butterball was at Mania or SummerSlam one year.
I remember Butterball.
SummerSlam. You remember Butterball?
Yeah.
So this was a wrestler whose name was Butterball?
Yeah.
I've never heard of this before.
I think so.
Was that his wrestler name, or that was his whole
name?
I
could be wrong what I remember with this shit.
Do I have to look this up? Butterball?
I like I said, I didn't do the full transition in because once the fraud was exposed, I grew sad. This has happened to me twice now. The UFC turned into a political organization for MAGA.
The worst.
And as soon as that happened, I was like, I'm never going to watch another. When they did a pay-per-view
It's like
with John Jones, and then they did a whole like campaign video on a pay-per-view.
They're less of a political organization and more of like a videography company.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know?
So I stopped watching.
Tanner said Butterball was a boxer.
Yeah, I remember Butterball. I remember him very well. He was bald, hunched over. He wore did he have American flag shorts? I think he did.
Do you want American flag shorts?
I remember him well, actually. I used to watch, Angela and I watched UFC for 13 years together. We just stopped after they went nuts. And then but before that I used to watch boxing forever. Butterball boxer. Because you go Butterball and it's right away they go turkey. Yeah, I remember him. Yeah, see American flag. I remember him for sure, dude. This dude. He's got him some man boobs now. Wow. Dude, you might get a couple bags for those. Shoot.
Are you body shaming?
I'm saying that guy needs to lose some titty weight.
His name's Butterball. What's he supposed to do? It's his brand.
Yeah, man. He's got a chest full of butter. Anyway, yeah, Butterball. That's a funny
Cosmic
guy.
Urgency said, "You're so ungrateful. The stuff is a masterpiece. Freaking Smallville fans. You don't know what's good."
I'm going to get a Smallville tattoo. Red, blue, blur. Right on my arm. It's just going to be a red, blue, blur. It's red and blue blur. On my shoulder.
That's great, Dale.
Or I'll get a back tattoo of... do you know... I'll tell you, though. There's like a great actor on that show. The guy who played...
Smallville?
Yeah. I tuned in for him. I have to remember his name, though.
You can't get a TV show tattoo.
Why? I'll get the Dukes of Hazzard then.
I never watched Portlandia, the comedy sketch comedy series.
We watched some of it.
Yeah, some of it, but not much. But they had this one that keeps getting replayed all the time, where the premise is that she's dating Eddie Vedder. She's dating this super hot guy who's played by Eddie Vedder, and that she's like super in love with him. And then finally, like they're making out, and his shirt is off, and she notices he has a really, really ugly tattoo, like right on his shoulder,
yeah.
and it ruins it for her completely.
Would it for you? Would that take you out?
Every time you talk about getting a really dumb tattoo, I think about that. Like, would it change?
Would it take you out? You'd be like, man, this guy's so hot. And then you take off the shirt and there's like some like Miss Piggy tattoo or something. You're just like, what the fuck is happening?
That would be kind of interesting.
Well, maybe. Okay. Well, I'm trying to make it uninteresting.
I can't remember what Eddie Vedder had. Somebody has to look it up. Oh, Erica's asking, are you thinking?
Yes, John Glover. Erica said, are you thinking of John Glover for the good? I fucking love the people we hang out, dude. We're connected. We're connected.
They're so great.
She knows John Glover's name. Yes, John Glover. Brilliant. The guy's so good. He was worth watching the show for.
Cosmic Urgency called you a slur.
What's a splur?
No, a slur. Said, you tuned in for a dude?
Yeah.
Yes. Sometimes we tune in for dudes. I have favorite actresses, It doesn't make me a slur.
You do?
Yeah.
Who?
It's it's a funny thing to complain about.
Alyssa's back. Hi, Alyssa.
Hi, Alyssa. Okay, so I interrupted you telling me the story of Zac Brown's ex-wife who's getting ruined. Do you want to pick that back up?
Zac Brown is a country singer out of Atlanta. He's a big fucking deal. I never heard of him until today, but we have you guys know Nadine. She comes by both in TikTok and on YouTube. She's definitely a friend of the live. Been around for a long, long time with us since way back in our early TikTok episodes, way back when we were kids. And anyway, she sent me this video, and it's the wife whose name escapes me momentarily. But anyway, she's being harassed through litigation. So this guy, and this is the thing, is like, this is what I was talking about in terms of the total fucking the class disparity in civil litigation in this country. I have no chance. By the way, I'm convinced as soon as I make money, if I make money, they're coming for me. Like, I figured it out. They're just waiting until it makes money. Then they'll come for me. Okay. I'm almost thinking about asking TikTok to help me make money just to see if I can.
You said this earlier that they have you right where they want you. So as soon as you start to elevate your situation. They're going to try and put you right back down.
They're just going to try and take away any chance that I have at any kind of happiness or life. And their idea of what that might be will be my money. And Zach Brown is doing that to his ex-wife. He is trying to destroy her. He's trying to take from her every living kind moment of her life because, according to her, of a poem that she wrote that I guess he found offensive or that in some way alluded to. I haven't read the poem. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I haven't done the deep dive. But what I found fascinating immediately about this story...
he's not a true creative. Because if he was a true creative, he would just like adapt it into a song, you know?
You'd be like Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
You're writing that shit into a song.
You don't have to get angry. You can just make money instead.
Wait, know? Zach, did I get it wrong?
Did you get what wrong?
Did I get the guy? Do I have the guy's name?
No, the guy's name is Zach Brown, right?
It is Zach Brown? Fuck. You know, like I said, I just met this guy.
Leo Edits is asking you whether it was Tom Welling.
Yeah, Zach Brown Band. No, not Tom Welling. No. He's not a good actor. He was a fine Clark Kent. I loved him as a young Clark Kent. But like, I'm not gonna like thespian. I would not put thespian on his business card. You know what I'm saying?
He could be listening right now. That's so mean.
And you know what I would say to Tom Welling? Thank you for Smallville. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. You were a great red blue blur.
Oh, okay. Okay. People are saying Zach Bryan.
No, this is definitely Zach Brown and the Zach Brown Band. Zach Brown came up with a movie called, he came up with a song in the early 2000s, mid 2000s called Fried Chicken.
Oh, chicken fried. Fucking, I don't know this fucking country.
I thought it was called Fried Chicken anyway. You know, real Southern. He's from Georgia. He sings about peaches and shit like that.
Zach Brown Band. You're sure?
Yeah, Zach Brown Band.
Zach Bryan is another guy.
No, it's not that guy. It's Zach Brown. There's only one Zach Brown Band. You got a Zach Bryan Band? Or what do you call it? Fuck these guys with their names, bro.
Because are you sure it's not this guy?
It's Zach Brown, man.
I know, but could it be this guy?
Who is that?
That's Zach Bryan.
Let me see him. No, I don't think it's him.
You got to get your story straight.
Well,
Dale.
give me Zach Brown and I'll tell you one. Zach Brown has a beard.
That guy has a beard.
Does he?
Zach Brown.
Show me Zach Brown. I can do the lineup.
Oh yeah, dude, that's her.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, let me. Can I just show that? Show that to the camera.
Zach Brown engaged to model and actress Kelly Yazdi.
Yes, Kelly Yazdi is the victim here. She is claiming and she is bringing receipts. Her case is now set for trial. Put up to that camera, just up to your face there. Can you guys see that? Can you see there? You see that's the dude. Honestly, his music is just not for me, bro. It's kind of like it's like that. It's like an insect you don't want around you.
I know. He looks like he smells like patchouli. Maybe not. I don't know.
So now Delicate's saying that Zach Bryan was bad to Brianna.
Oh.
I don't know who Brianna is. Is that because I can't keep track of all of it, bro.
Okay, so
what?
Lesson learned, don't date Zachs.
Yeah, stay away from what's Zac Efron like? Is he a cool guy?
Yeah, apparently he's a sweetheart.
Is he?
Yeah.
Very good looking. It's a fascinating case. This woman's life is being completely ruined and turned upside down because this guy has the money to do it. He can totally harass her with litigations that she's forced to endure. And I hope that if true, she gets her shit together.
Everybody's arguing in the chat about which Zach we're talking about.
It's Zach Brown and the Zach Brown Band.
Cosmic Urgency was like, look what you did, Delicate.
She screwed the whole thing up, huh? Delicate, man, turning the shit upside down.
Erica said, we didn't learn that from Zach Morris.
This is so funny.
So she was on Barstool Sports. Tanner and Delicate are both saying she was a Barstool podcaster. See, I don't know.
Oh, Barstool Sports. I like Barstool Sports. Barstool Sports is the one that did the whole Eagles thing in the beginning. You remember?
Yeah, that was really
I think
funny.
That's Barstool.
So I don't know which person they're talking about in the chat anymore. Whether they're still trying to convince you that you're on the wrong case.
I know what case I'm on, guys.
Are we going to have to cover that?
I'm a member of the press. I'm a member of Andy Signor's press. Zach Brown is busting up his ex-wife's life, and he's doing it with money. He's doing it with total disregard for anything, and it seems like he's doing it for no reason. I don't know. I don't know the whole case, but she's definitely not shying away from telling it on TikTok.
Well, he might not be doing it for no reason, but he shouldn't be doing that at all, right? Like, because one thing that I wasn't really sure that I knew so clearly before I learned about your case is that it doesn't matter if you have a conflict with somebody. There's ways to go about it that doesn't harm people. Like, this guy has resources to litigate. Like, why doesn't you're saying she's saying that she's being over litigated?
She's being harassed by litigation.
Okay.
Like, he's suing her for everything. It's all nonsense. Like, he's already had one case thrown out.
Do you know what the cases are?
Well, she spouted them off. Like, they do sound like literally ridiculous. Like, one of them is like some kind of like he's suing her for like fucking up his brand or something. Like, it's just like stupid shit that has nothing to do with. First of all,
she wrote a poem.
Yeah, and this poem, like, it just sounds ridiculous.
I mean, there's no way that he's going to win that. It's not like he can prove damages.
No, but I don't think he cares. It's like it's what I'm saying. Like, if this is what it seems to be, then it's similar to Brian Friedman going on these fucking these press tours using litigation as the front. So if this is basically,
what about anti-slap laws?
I don't know how they would apply to her situation. I haven't dug deep enough into her situation, but her claim is that all he's trying to do is make her go broke, is to drive her crazy, and consume her life with his lawyers, basically. She doesn't have the same resources he has, not even remotely close. And if she's like a member of Barstool Sports, she's probably got a 6-figure living that isn't going to be sufficient enough to handle a multi-million-dollar, multi-level lawsuit. But she did countersue because apparently he made a video for one of his songs, and it contained their actual wedding footage, but he swapped her out for a stand-in for an actor for her shots.
What?
and had her like do all these unsavory things and like,
really?
Yes. So she's suing. So she countersued. So this is set for trial. This is the juicy part, is that she's suing him and saying,
yeah, that's a real fucking dirtbag move.
And I haven't seen it yet because I've got the videos queued. I haven't seen it yet because I got all the stuff just before coming on live tonight. But apparently, if you put the video side by side, it's like fucking ridiculous. But also, Zach Brown has come out already and said that it's true that they did in fact cut actual footage from the wedding into the video. And so she's saying that was private. That was never meant to be for your commercial exploitation.
Well, tell that to Justin Baldoni.
Sure, she's suing him for that. I know, the fucking proposal video.
Yes.
What a disaster. Why didn't you say no, lady?
That's really funny.
That's funny. Everyone got on Delkin. She's like, I'm leaving. And she's like, I didn't see where she says she's leaving. But then she was like, just kidding. I'm not leaving. You can't get rid of me. Mohaha.
Erica said, have these people never heard of the Streisand effect? Seriously, this guy has a lot to lose. I'm not sure why he thinks that this is a good
Zach
play.
Brown does?
Yes.
Yeah. We'll see. I don't know who his audience is. Who knows? It's so hard to understand. Like, the thing about it is, like, I've always tried to live my life in a way that was like up to morals and standards and values and beliefs that that I believed were the best for everyone, not just me, Like I tried to learn how to become a man because I didn't really have the guidance in my own family. I left my house at 16 years old, and I went on literally I literally went on a quest to like figure out how to become a good man, because I didn't feel like I was raised in a way in a world that gave me that advantage out of the gate.
Yeah.
And to my utter and complete surprise, what I have learned is that people who are the exact opposite of what I thought was what was necessary to be who I wanted to be, and I'm very glad that I went down my road.
Say that again. The people who you thought were the opposite of
the exact opposite of who I want to be are these people who are thriving in life.
Oh yeah,
they just thrive. They have everything. They win. They win and win and win and win. There's a big fucking loser who's done nothing but harm people his entire life, sitting in the White House. It's the craziest shit.
I know.
So, and it's obviously like a really disappointing thing, because like when I was going through it, I had this naive idea that, well, good people are, you want to be a good person because and not that I would ever want to be a bad person. I don't want to like set people up to think that I like regret my decisions in life, but like I did not know there was such a good market for bad people. You know, I can't even play a bad person in a video game. So it's something that it's not like I had an option. It was just like not within my personality to be like on the evil side or whatever.
Excuse me. I also don't know how these people never faced consequences.
That's what I'm saying. They thrive. They get away. But
like everybody that I knew that was like a dirtbag, like got their ass kicked in high school. You know. Excuse me.
Zach Brown was on Travis Kelce's podcast last week, so Taylor Swift is canceled, says Cosmic Urgency. He's about to start a fight.
That's got to be the worst thing for like two celebrities that get together. They have to like their fans have to mesh and figure out like what will they allow and what will they not. Like, it doesn't mean that she is Travis Kelce. Doesn't mean that Travis Kelce is Taylor Swift. Like you guys have to let them have their own lives.
They are one.
Yeah.
You haven't seen the pictures today. They are one.
Yeah.
They look so happy together. They're going to make every couple jealous. You know, like you look at them and you're like, oh man, why can't I be young, beautiful, and be able to travel everywhere?
Oh, yeah. So anyway, it's interesting. So I become more and more convinced that Taylor Swift has an astrologer. Because
I don't think there's any doubt about it. She talks about a mercurial, she has a great line. What's that line, Delicate? The mercurial line. Mercurial, it's beautiful. And I forgot it. But
well,
yeah.
calling somebody mercurial, that's
no,
kind of, that's like reader vocabulary, not astrology vocabulary.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah. Like somebody who's mercurial is like really like moody. You know.
Oh, really? I thought she was talking about Mercury.
I think that's where it comes from, but I think it's different than how.
Now I gotta look up
the way
mercurial.
that I would
you guys
call
are like, this guy doesn't fucking write. He doesn't know the name of anything. Let me see.
Mercurial, you describe somebody...
Subject to a sudden and unpredictable changes of mood or mind.
Ah, see? There you go.
Of or containing to the element mercury.
Yeah.
A drug or other compound containing mercury.
Yeah, but being like having your mood flip-flop. Being really unpredictable.
The
Mercurial. Like quick to anger. That's typically how people were described as...
Really?
Mercurial, but astrologers would call somebody mercurial just because they're, brainy, analytical. Like, it's very different.
I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Do you want to know about, the reason why I think that Taylor Swift has a astrologer is because she's making this big public pronouncement with a new moon in her 10th house.
Okay. And it's a really, really powerful new moon, by the way.
Mm-hmm. And she has a Jupiter return in her 9th house. So that's about like
publishing,
fans and fame worldwide.
Well,
publishing. Yep.
Publishing. I don't know about fame. I guess fame. I don't know. I thought fame was more 10th house stuff, but
I've just seen a lot of like world famous celebrities that are like beloved across the world. Yeah. Like Steve Irwin is a really good example. He has really prominent placements in the 9th house.
Does he?
Yeah.
And he was also like a jet-setting dude. He was all over the planet saving fucking spiders.
Yep.
And snakes.
Not just spiders. All kinds of things.
Gotta save spiders.
Anyway, and she also has Mars in the 11th house, which would explain why she's getting mixed reception. that her fan base is crashing out is exactly what that Mars would do.
Yeah. That's neat.
Mars is a big, kind of igniter of, what is it? Anger, aggression. It's funny. Anywho, that's Taylor Swift's reading for tonight.
Cosmic Urgency is not seeing the Zach Brown drama. You have to look up his wife on TikTok and then, or his ex-wife, as it were, and you can see everything there. But he's really. It looks as if he's being a real fucking dick. I understand why people can just, By the way, you sound so sweet with the new sound setup. I gotta EQ my voice.
You sound so sweet.
My voice is a little too muddy. I gotta EQ it. But you sound like pudding.
I have always wanted to sound like pudding.
Pudding kind of doesn't sound that great. So maybe you sound
Delicate said that Swifties think that she's either going to release a live album or a documentary soon. Well, that's fun.
Claire's asking if I'd be able to play a villain in acting as an actor. I think I would. I think I could get like crazy with like, so on the acting side of things.
What kind of villain?
I should start acting it. I can't because of fucking COVID. What kind of? I can play. I think I can play anything. I think I can play.
Bro, you have no barriers to start acting. We got cameras around here. I can hold one.
No, I'm talking about like
Set
Look,
up
I'm in demand, Angela. I'm talking about going back to Hollywood where they wait
where they wait for you.
for me.
They roll out the red carpet.
They wait for me. They're all like this.
What kind of villain would you want to play?
Like a vengeful villain.
Ooh,
Yeah.
you have practice with that, huh?
Yeah, well, I just think that, like having being wildly driven. Although I could really get into like a psychosis also, for sure.
Oh.
Like I love crazy. I love me some crazy. I don't know. I kind of, all that stuff is really great. Best friend Hugo's here.
Oh, sweet.
He said you could play the evil twin to Justin Baldoni, Dustin Wheatley. Dustin Wheatley is hilarious. Crazy GMA laughed. I might just have to get I might do a acting reel for Dustin Wheatley's acting reel. Maybe I'll make up a fake proposal video for Angela.
Oh my God, don't.
The kind that broke people do though, like.
Did you see that people are wondering what it means? I don't know if it's even true, but they said that Emily Baldoni has taken her bio that included her husband's name and his @ off of her Instagram.
Let it come. Hey, listen, if I were her, I'd be on the first fucking twin engine jet out of there. Dude, I'd be gone, bro. I'd be in my Wonder Woman plane. I'd be the fuck out of there in a hurry, bro.
Wonder Woman plane?
Well, yeah, because I'm giving her the strength, man.
Yeah, well, dude, the one episode of Man Enough that I saw her on, she did not sound happy
At all. And she didn't, not only did she not sound happy, but she sounded like she knew what she got in this dude. Like it was like she was sitting there being like, oh, this guy is a fucking fraud. And she kind of said he wasn't in not so many words in the beginning. Am I right?
Yeah, well, she was just complaining about him being really inconsiderate and forgiving him for that because he's very considerate in other ways. But there was she had I don't know, she just seemed kind of struggling to tell how she really felt because obviously he's right there and he's encouraging her. To his credit, he was like, yeah, tell it true,
Yeah.
But she's of course gonna
it was a cool moment.
pad her language.
He was like, yo, don't hold anything back. And she was like, okay. So that wedding video, that proposal video, which was just all about you, was really hard to sit through. But I did it and I smiled. She was it was very revealing.
So I wonder if all of these things, because her text messages have been subpoenaed.
Yes.
By
Lively.
I can't remember. I can't remember. Somebody was asking why wouldn't, I think that Wayfair was asking for them. And they were wondering why they couldn't just provide them. She wouldn't just provide them to her husband for his lawsuit. Why they needed to be subpoenaed. I can't exactly remember.
Yeah.
But anyway, so she's becoming aware of everything that's going on, I'm sure. I don't know how much she's looked into it, but I can't imagine it's nice. Especially the parts where the allegations against him calling Blake Lively sexy on set and her trying to correct him and be like, that's not really what I'm going for. I wouldn't, don't call me sexy. And he would say, don't worry, I can say that kind of stuff because my wife is on set today. As if
Did you say something about you look hot?
As if proximity to, yes, as if proximity to women means that he's forgiven in all of these offenses to
proximity
women.
to the one he married. As if she's some kind of shield.
Like she's a shield.
What's her name? Ghislaine? How do you say her name really? Is it Ghislaine? Ghislaine, I think.
Ghislaine, yeah. We were just watching.
We're going to get to that story.
We were just watching this crime documentary about that UK couple that was hosting hitchhikers at their house, and then they would disappear. And they thought
the couple or the hiker? I'm kidding.
No, the couple would disappear the hitchhikers.
So weird.
And they thought that that he was working alone, but it was revealed through his interviews that she would ride in the car with him because he knew that women were more likely to get in the car with him if there was a woman in the passenger seat.
So sinister.
And that's exactly what I thought when I just reread this thing about Baldoni.
What was it? What was the
saying
name
it's
of that?
okay, I can talk like that because my wife is on set today.
Yeah.
Like, you just have your wife in the passenger seat and you think it's okay for anybody to get in your car even though you're a predator.
Totally fucked up.
You know what I mean?
Gross.
Like, it's so transparent.
What was the name of that? That's a great documentary. I loved it. We just watched this documentary on this UK killer, serial killer.
Are you allowed to say that?
I did.
Yeah, I did.
Put me in jail with the rest of them. Me and Ghislaine. Ghislaine. It's actually a beautiful name. I just got unstable connection on my...
Rose West.
Jojo.
Rose and Fred West. Fred and Rose West. I don't know what the documentary is called.
Ghislaine says... All right, let me get this. Guys, there's just going to be a little... Oh, no, I'm not on my Wi-Fi. Huh, weird. I should be killing it. What'd you say, Angela? What'd you say? You talking to me?
It's called Fred and Rose West, a British horror story.
Yeah. What a story. It's a crazy... If you're into true crime...
Well, I just spoiled it.
Well, not really. It's a fascinating documentary. And, watch... See, you're the one who spoils. I'm not the one who spoils. You and Cosmic Urgency spoil everything. Actually, Cosmic Urgency has never spoiled anything, I don't think. It's a false accusation. What was that documentary on? What platform?
Netflix. On TikTok, WTF, it's JoJo, username, said they think having their wife nearby means they're harmless acts or comments.
Right. Yeah, no, there's like some kind of protection, some kind of permission slip. It's like white people dropping the N-word because they're hanging out with their black friend.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Like, no, dude. You're still white. Conspiracy. I did it again. Cosmic Urgency said it's Ghislaine. He watched an interview with her brother on Piers Morgan. Ghislaine.
Nobody knows. That's a good one. That's a good tip.
Happy Madison 2 drops tomorrow, by the way. Did you hear about Happy Madison 2 dropping tomorrow?
I was very late to Adam Sandler fandom. It wasn't until he started doing dramatic acting that I cared about him. I thought he was super obnoxious the entire time he was doing comedy stuff. I was definitely not a fan.
Well, not for you, but for the rest of us. Happy Madison 2 is dropping, and apparently they had a huge Carl Weathers bit. Wait, is that Happy? Wait, not Happy Madison.
Happy Gilmore?
Am I confusing things now?
Happy Madison?
God damn it.
Happy Gilmore? What's the difference?
You guys are, I don't know.
Are they the same?
Happy Madison 2.
Are they sequels?
Yeah, I'm getting this all completely fucking screwed up. I'm thinking about Happy Gilmore. Oh, Happy Gilmore 2 is a sequel to Happy Gilmore. Oh, that's Happy Gilmore 2. Why does it say Happy Madison 2? What the fuck is going on?
Oh, Erica said Happy Madison is the production company. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I was like, what is going on? Happy Gilmore 2 drops. And apparently he had this whole Carl Weathers thing worked out that he had to rewrite. Part of the reason, I guess, why it took even longer is Adam Sandler had written all this Carl Weathers arc, and then the dude left us.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
I think about that when you wanted to make your movie and cast Joe, an old man.
Yeah, it was
your protagonist.
Yeah, I had a list of.
Where I was like, yeah, he's supposed to be pretty old, but how are we going to make that work? Who knows? Who knows what could happen when you cast an any dayer, right? Oh, okay.
A friend of mine's father passed away recently, and he wrote me and he said that he remembered when 15 years ago I called his dad an any dayer.
Yeah.
And I can't decide whether or not he's offended by the fact that I said that.
Well, I don't know. It depends on your friendship, but I think most people wouldn't want to hear that from people.
I can't remember the context of it. It wouldn't have been me just randomly saying, "Hey, your dad's going to die any day." Yeah. That's not who I am. But it may have come up in hey, face the reality. Your dad's
yeah, that sounds more like
his dad was 80 at the time, and I was
yeah,
like,
well, you should probably get
at
ready.
Any point in time, you can wake up and get bad news. You become an any dayer, you know, as opposed to like me right now, where I'm just a drop deader. Where I just like it
You're
was
in
like,
your drop dead years.
it was too soon, but you know, it could very well happen to me as it has. It seems to have be happening to so many others.
Cosmic Urgency said, I just thought that he was, so Adam Sandler for his production company, that he was mixing Happy Gilmore with Billy Madison. And I think that that
Probably
seems
true.
very believable.
Yeah, Billy Madison.
Yep. Happy Madison.
Makes sense to me. Happy Madison, I should say.
Billy
yeah.
Madison. Yeah. See, I just didn't know anything about these movies.
You guys, I'm really getting tripped up on this one.
What?
I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this too. What the hell, you know? I liked Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore was funny.
Did you like Uncut Gems?
Yeah, I did. Quite a bit.
I thought it was really remarkable how they managed to make a movie that was so stressful. The whole time I was just like, it was just so anxiety inducing. And I just think that that's really impressive. You know?
Yes.
Because it's like, you're not just showing me characters who are anxious. You're affecting my anxiety level.
Yeah, I love when that happens, of course.
I just think that that's really skilled.
I mean,
I won't ever watch it again for that reason, but it was just super interesting.
You know, I don't know if I've ever made anyone genuinely cry. Like, I think I've moved people emotionally with my work.
I cried reading your book, even after I've read it several times.
I disqualify you slightly.
Oh, because I'm biased?
Yeah,
I'm very biased, it's true.
You are biased, but you're also highly scrutinous of work. Like, you're not like you weren't easy to work with all the time. No, I mean that in a very complimentary way. You know, you weren't just like you're not a yes person.
But that would make it so it's more difficult to make me cry. Like, if I'm really scrutinous, if super judgy, you know.
Well, yeah, I know, but I can make you cry because like I'm saying, like, for example, like me, you know, like I know I talk about my mental health. Like, that'd be easy to make you, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's true.
To make you cry over my mental health because it was a very dangerous moment for me, and that would have affected you more than it affected anyone.
Tanner said, I loved Uncut Gems. I thought it was one of Adam Sandler's best movies. If you haven't seen, Tanner, if you haven't seen, what's it called? Why am I blanking?
Angela.
What is the P.T. Anderson movie called?
Which one?
Adam Sandler one.
The Adam Punch Drunk Love?
Yes, thank you. Punch Drunk Love. I'm going to start over. Tanner, if you haven't seen Punch Drunk Love, you really owe it to yourself. Adam Sandler is wonderful in that. The way he plays like just a barely restrained, like on the verge of freak out, like tense guy pacing. It's like it was like baby steps to playing the character in Uncut Gems.
It was, yeah. I think it was definitely his,
Like, he's so
his
good at
his
that.
dramatic his parlay into the drama.
Yeah, it was so good, and he wasn't playing any of those like he didn't do any of those like character tics that his comedic characters do. It was just really, really wonderful. And also Philip Seymour Hoffman is just steals the show when he shows up. And he plays the mattress man.
Oh my God, he's amazing.
It's so great.
So WTF, it's JoJo on TikTok says, well, why don't you go into a nursing home and say, hey, any dares? It's a drop deader. Hilarious.
There's probably some people in a nursing home who would think that's funny. You know? Like, they're not all pretending that they're not in the situation they're in, you know?
Jenna's here. Hi, Jenna. Yeah, what the fuck says, so which best friend did Adam get to write this movie so that he can give them a job? Isn't that such a great thing, though?
Yes, it is.
Like, dude.
It doesn't matter. It's wonderful that he does that. 100% of the time, that's great.
I had a friend who, he was doing okay as a writer in Hollywood. Like, he got a couple of big breaks, and he did okay in terms of, like, cashing some checks. But nothing had got made. And he wrote the script before he actually got a deal at Disney. And he wrote this, like, indie script that he was friends with Brad Cooper before Brad Cooper hit. And he wrote this script, and Brad Cooper read it, and he said, man, I'm going to make this movie when I get famous. And they were friends from high school. And so Brad Cooper got famous. And they fucking made it. It's called The Words. Now my friend doesn't make movies anymore. He's in advertising.
Yeah, that's great.
He made his Brad Cooper movie, and everyone was like... Okay, so what are you going to do now? And he's like, how about I make some commercials? Like, great idea. Make some commercials. I love in a kid, BK. I'll just call him BK. I won't name him because I'm...
Not Brian Koberger.
No, God, no.
Oh, they released a bunch more information about the investigation and about the crime scene today. So that was horrible.
Listen, I mean, I can't even stomach it. Like, when, you know, was it Gonzalez?
Yes.
Gonzalez.
I think that there's a reason why they were so much more differently affected than the other victims' families.
Yeah.
And also I'm blanking on his name, but the only male victim, his family didn't even attend to give their victim impact statement, and instead they did a charity event. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, they're like, why the fuck am I going to give this guy any more of my time?
I'm not going to spend time with the
I'm
person
gonna
who
stand
took
in
his
front
life.
of this fool and do what? Say goodbye? Get the fuck out of here. You're a useless human being.
So they used the time to do a celebration of life instead.
Smart.
Yeah, I think so too.
I would hope that you would do that in my situation after I'm getting murdered from Leonardo DiCaprio and Tobey Maguire. After they take me out, I hope that you'll just you'll just go and have like while the world is putting them on trial.
Yeah, maybe.
Celebration of life. You and like 3 other people would be there. You'd be like the last 3 people I talked to. Trader Joe's. You're like, man, he packed his own bag faster than I could pack his bag.
That's true. You always do pack a bag.
And I says to him, yo, you used to work here or what? And he was like, no. I was like, damn. Motherfucker could pack a bag.
And that's always how I'll remember him.
That's my wake. Yeah, I just met Dale. Came in and he packed his own groceries. And we don't even let that happen usually, but who was going to stop him? He was very determined. Bad Bunny in the movies? Benito? You're going to see Bad Bunny in the movies? Wow. Vincent Gallo?
Vincent Gallo?
That Bad Bunny?
Blast from no Bad Bunny. He's a
Oh, is that a
he's
performer? God,
yeah,
I'm
he's
a fucking wreck today.
Spanish language singer. I can't remember where he's from.
Oh, I love Delicate. Just so busy. Oh yeah, I knew Bad Bunny. What was the movie that Gallo made? I was in the theater. What? Oh my God, I'm so old.
Yeah, he's a crossover talent.
Bad Bunny. He was born in 1994, and he's in his 30s.
Don't talk like that.
So depressing.
I know.
1994, he was in his 30s. 1994 is the year I moved to Hollywood.
It's so weird how time totally stops. Like if you said, name the year 10 years ago, I would be like 1990.
No, I know. I felt that way about I felt like for years and years and years, I felt like the only old cars were in the 80s. Mm-hmm. Like every car after 1985 was relatively new to me, all the way into like probably mid 2000s. I couldn't like psychologically get past the fact that like a car in 1995 was old ever.
Who's that?
Dre just followed me. What's up, Dre?
Sweet.
Thank you for following. That's totally cool. I hope you'll hang out more with us. All right, you go. So Ghislaine.
Oh, you were thinking Brown Bunny.
Brown Bunny. I was thinking about Brown Bunny. That movie.
Cosmic
bro.
Urgency bailed you out.
Thank you. Yeah, Brown Bunny. Well, that movie is wild, bro. Vincent Gallo, Buffalo 66. If you haven't seen it, Vincent Gallo, during the height of the big independent scene in the 90s.
That's the one that people shouldn't watch with their grandparents, right?
What?
Buffalo 66? Or
No, Buffalo 66 you can watch with the grandparents.
Okay, but Brown Bunny.
But Brown Bunny, there's a very, very heavy-duty fellatio scene in there that people just watch in isolation.
Don't put it on with your parents in the room.
Don't put that on in front of with your parents. Oh my God, that would be devastating. But anyway, Vincent Gallo, since he got brought up, Buffalo 66 is a masterpiece, and it was so innovative. He was doing Matrix-like things in Buffalo 66 long before the Wachowski sisters.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's neat.
Yep. Tell you what, That shit's for real. Yeah, he's got the shooting scene where he does that whole like stop and the bullets moving and stuff, you know?
Cosmic Urgency said Buffalo 66, very relatable.
Yeah, well, that's scary, dude. Why are you trying to scare me, man? All right, so we're never going to meet. Did you guys ever see Chuck and Buck? If you haven't seen Chuck and Buck, it's Mike White's first writing credit. He didn't direct it. He wrote it. It was actually directed by, I think, by a Spanish last name.
You want me to look it up?
Last name it, dude, if I recall correctly. Anyway, Chuck and Buck, bro. Chuck and Buck. All I can tell you is I loved that movie.
Chuck and Buck was directed by Miguel Arteta.
See?
Arteta.
My name. See, I got a memory. It's worth
$5.
It's such a great movie. Okay, Ghislaine. She's going to talk to Congress tomorrow, apparently. Today she got a special visitor from the Department of Justice.
Oh yeah, and for sure they're like.
What do you think that was?
A threat?
You think you don't think that was just like, hey, Ghislaine. Well,
I'm sure they're going to ask her in Congress, or at least one side is going to ask her. So what did they talk to you about in the meeting with the Justice Department? Those aren't your lawyers. You can tell us what happened.
I'm so interested in whether I have these fantasies that she's going to show up and she's going to be like, they tried to intimidate me.
Yes.
They tried to tell me to lie to you.
I know. What does she have to lose?
They tried to tell me to cover up for the president. And what is it that you'd be covering up? That he was a regular on the island and that he and Jeffrey Epstein engaged in many nefarious and illegal acts.
Are we going to have to watch C-SPAN tomorrow, Dale?
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Are we going to be like stuck to watching the proceedings? They're probably private so that they can distort everything she says.
What everyone's freaking out about right on the internet is that she's been visited by the Department of Justice and she's being intimidated into showing up tomorrow to say that Donald Trump was basically a non-participant in anything, even if the record says that it. Because apparently Pam Bondi reached out to Trump and it was like, yo, by the way, you're in this. FYI. With emphasis on the Y.
What was the revelation that just happened in the Wall Street Journal about Epstein files and Trump?
Donald Trump wrote Epstein, created a birthday card that was a thick marker silhouette of a naked girl with small perky breasts.
Yes, and he was talking about enigmas, that's like it's known that to be like an anagram.
Enigmas never age.
I know. It's known to be like an anagram of the word that they use to talk about preteen girls. Horrible.
Oh my God, these people are fucking dark.
Associated Press was reporting today that J.D. Vance went and had a meeting with the Murdochs right before that article dropped. So the
guys running the oligarchy, who are they? Who are the Murdochs?
The conspiracy is that they're gonna try and like clear Trump out to make way for President J.D. Vance because he is more dependable for them. Like J.D. Vance is definitely gonna be a little bit easier to control, right? He's gonna do their bidding without making everything a fucking clusterfuck. So it's a little bit coincidental that right before that story drops, that J.D. Vance flies to like fucking Montana or wherever and meets up with the Murdochs. We have to find that astrologer who predicted that he's not, especially if he doesn't make it. Oh, it's my favorite predictive astrologer. It's DK or whatever. DK astrology, yeah. Yeah, she's constantly posting about this stuff. Where she's like, she'll post something in the news, and then she'll link her previous prediction about it from like 2 years ago, and she's like, "Yep, right on time." She never misses, bro. She's amazing. Amazing. I like if it happens, dude, I'm gonna be like, wow, you're fucking incredible. So Ghislaine got visited by a big shot an intimidating big shot from the Department of Justice. And you just got to imagine that's intimidating, especially on the eve of especially with Jeffrey Epstein having supposedly unalived himself to the extent that he did to his injuries. And by the way, those broken neck bones that they found in the autopsy are relatively common, but not as many. See, it apparently so many that it reduces to some,
much more unlikely scenario, like 27%, still pretty high, but like something like the article I read, the science behind it was like 27% of self-hanging injuries would result in those kinds of breaks, and then the rest would result in fewer or no breaks. Interesting.
That's so grim.
When you look, I saw the pictures, they show the pictures of the actual injuries. There's a bunch of debates about the ears. I wasn't able to put it together because it's like cameras do weird things, especially.
I love those conspiracy theories where they like match up their ears and they're like, this isn't who.
Yeah, but they're using macro or wide angle lenses. It's just not a reliable. You can't. It's not a reliable source in my opinion. But regardless, the injuries themselves look like injuries that are more. I mean, I'm speaking as a complete fucking layman who doesn't know shit and has a bias to the story, but they look more like somebody created rather than something created by, like a
Tanner's asking,
self-made noose.
Is that the same Murdoch family that had that killing a few years ago? No. I was talking about Rupert Murdoch.
Rupert Murdoch, yeah.
So that article came out in Wall Street Journal.
What's that fucking son's name?
Lachlan Murdoch.
Lachlan
is the like wealthiest kid name that has ever existed.
God, I mean, I fucking as soon as he was like, if I was he
needs to be born like a century ago.
If I was in like the periphery of that family, I would like immediately like have a bias towards him, and it would not be good. Like as soon as he was born, and I heard his name was what?
Lachlan Murdoch.
Lachlan. As soon as somebody said his name is Lachlan, I went, man, fuck Lachlan. I would just say that immediately. The name sets me off.
You're probably not the only one.
The name just sets me off. It's unfair because like Lachlan might be the nicest guy ever. Who knows? Maybe the Murdoch family becomes, one of the most important families to the advancement of, the middle class compared to Rupert's fucking version of America. But Lachlan.
It's a little suspicious, isn't it?
That they're meeting with JD?
Yeah, that JD Vance flew all the way to fucking Montana or wherever to meet with them. And have like a lunch meeting with them. What is the rumor?
Right was there any follow up to the rumor that JD Vance was forced into a lie detector test by Donald Trump?
Oh no, that was a fucking parody.
It was just garbage.
I mean, I knew it was suspicious when I read it. I just read it because it's for the lulz.
Peter Thiel is not who we want in control, says Delicate. Well, we don't want any of these fuckers in control, do we? Lachlan is a family name, says. What the fuck? It's JoJo. Lachlan. I have a prejudice against that name. I just hate it.
It's like a super rich person.
I wouldn't even give a dog that name. Lachlan. I might give it to like a.
It's a great dog name. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I think
now you're just biased because
I think it's like a good snake name. Like if I had a snake, like a python or something, call it Lachlan for sure.
I was just thinking about those people that have the social media accounts where they build a pond and they see if any like frogs show up, and then they build like frog hotels, and then before long they're just like their whole life is like accommodating and caring for these frogs.
They've got a frog resort. It's like Dubai for frogs.
Those accounts and the guys who get to know their neighborhood squirrels and like know their behavior and like help, they're like little squirrel concierges.
Yeah.
They seem like they're the type of people that would name wildlife Lachlan. Like those are the kind of names you give to wildlife. Like really, really dignified names, like super wealthy names like that.
I would call him Lochland.
Lochland?
Because it's Lochland. I would call him Lochland.
Our dog doesn't have a name.
You remember when I called up?
Should that be her name?
Remember when I called up Shunji?
Yes.
So there's like this black belt, like super decorated, like one of the most decorated jiu-jitsu practitioners of all time.
Yeah, he's like a multi-time like a world champion jiu-jitsu.
Super like high level dude, and we studied with him for a minute. When I called, I'd heard that he was just gonna he was parking it at this gym, and he was just gonna throw up some lessons. I was like, let's go, and you were like, okay, because we had his books and stuff. So I called the number, and somebody answered, and I asked for Xander.
Well, you're not wrong because, like, if your name in Brazil is Alexander, like the Brazilian form of Alexander.
Yeah, it's Alexandra.
They usually, because Alex is hard to pronounce in Portuguese, so they usually short it to Xander.
Yeah.
So you weren't wrong. Like, that's what he went by. But in Portuguese, it's Shunji.
He sighed.
I said, it wasn't the first time he's heard it. He's been doing business in the U.S.
for Xander, and he went
20 years.
He went, this is Xander. No, he didn't. He said, this is Shunji. He goes, this is Shunji. And I went, oh, Shunji. But I couldn't put it together because I didn't.
Of course. That's really funny.
Wait, Lachlan is it spelled Lachland? Because what the fuck called it Lachland? And then Erica's calling it Lachlan, which is Lachlan. And that name gets me, that might get me angry.
Erica's got the scoop. She said, no, Lachlan is the most evil of the children. His siblings are actually not as bad.
Oh.
I think that's the reason why he's the successor for the Rupert Murdoch empire.
The son he always wanted.
Mm-hmm. The one who's willing to do what needs to be done is what that is.
You never know what happens after the old man goes, though.
I know, right? He could just be playing a game.
He could also like have an epiphany, you know. He could just like suddenly, finally sit in the big seat and go, "Man, this is not what I thought it was going to be. I want to do something different."
Did you hear about that?
I'm praying to the gods for no results.
Did you hear about that? That there's a bunch of these like tech gurus who like go and get like their brains rearranged. They'll go on vacation and have one of these like psychedelic like heroic doses, and then they're completely changed and they come back and like their tech company doesn't matter to them anymore and they just go off and like buy a farm.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
I love it.
Maybe that'll happen to him too.
Yeah. I love it. I'm ready for my own, like, I'm ready for a trip soon.
No way. Don't do it.
I do. Oh yeah, I'm ready. Ugh. I definitely want to microdose like for the rest of my life. What if you
come back different? Sometimes people come back different.
Dude, I've tripped so many times and every time I've come back.
You could be so annoying.
Me?
Like, I don't know. You could turn out to be like, you could come back like Baldoni.
No, there's no chance.
Where he's like saging his employees. Did you hear about that?
If honestly, I would have smacked it out of his fucking hand. If he'd have walked up to me, I'm at the age now. If that motherfucker walked up to me with some sage, I would have knocked it out of his fucking hand.
I know, you would have filed like HR report, be like, he put a flaming plant matter.
He's trying to make me stink like a plant. Fuck you, dude. If I wanted to stink like sage, I'd go hike in the hills.
That's really funny. We were renting out a room once in the house that we lived in, and there was a girl that moved in, and I was like, what is she doing? Is she cooking lamb or something? I came downstairs and she was like saging the whole apartment. It's kind of a rude thing to do without everybody's approval.
Yeah, you definitely want to do that, like, you know, sage my house. Somebody started like throwing smoke on me, I'd smack it out of his hand.
It's just such a weird thing to do in your production company, though. Like, I don't know where he thought that he could. I guess if he's the boss, he gets to do whatever fucking weirdo shit. You know, you get
these people who think they're gonna like, you know, they're gonna have a mission, and their mission is gonna be like, you know, they want to be different. They want to be cutting edge. They want to be, what's that fucking annoying restaurant?
Oh, Cafe Gratitude.
Cafe Gratitude.
Yeah.
You know, they want to make you like say things that you don't want to say. Cafe like
Gratitude. Oh my god.
Guys, we're going to have our little love block.
I am Wonder. That's how you have to order.
I am Wonder.
The menu items they don't have names like, sweet potato soup or whatever.
Yeah.
It's I am beautiful. And that's how you have to order it.
Yeah. And if you don't, they act like they don't listen. You're like, can I just get the avocado bean sprout lettuce sandwich, please? They're like, I'm sorry, can I get the goddess, I don't know.
No, it's always I am statements. It's the worst. That's why it's so fucking like insufferable.
I am stupendous. Can I get the I am stupendous?
Yeah, it's always
you
like
are
that.
Stupendous.
They're like affirmations. Horrible. So yeah, what if you come back like one of those people, you know?
And then you have like a tomato.
And then I'm the jerk for being like a hater and not being like as elevated as you are all of a sudden, you know?
You order like a tomato bean sprout fucking lettuce sandwich called I am stupendous. They like smile and say you are stupendous, and then they ask you for $15 for it.
Right.
With their fucking tip jar right beside it. They like charge you like the sandwich is worth about 17 cents. I'm not complaining. They made it for you. That's a good
This
thing.
is what I'm saying though. You can't go do a heroic dose of like fucking ayahuasca or fucking whatever. It could scramble your brain in the wrong way.
Not me.
You can't unscramble that brain.
I'm literally impervious to that.
Okay.
I can't even tell you. Like,
if you end up like buying a houseboat and leaving me because you scrambled your brain, don't tell me, don't say I didn't warn you.
In the book, I think I have 3 LSD trips in the book. And I left out 2 that are written. And that was that's when I slowed
Listen,
down.
you don't have to convince me that you're experienced, but heroic doses are
Candies. They're like candies.
monster doses.
No, I definitely would want to do a heroic dose. Pardon
You
me,
like
under
cross
supervision.
over into the forbidden realm. Like that's how gnarly it is. You're
Sudden
not even
hiccups.
of this planet.
I would like to do a hero's dose with like clinically. I would like to do it clinically.
Yeah, like under supervision.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
That's
and go through that. Like I have so many demons. I would just love to go in and just like go ahead and meet them face to face.
yeah, that'd be really good
Have a little
to
chin
have
wag.
under like actual guidance in a clinical setting where people know exactly what they're doing. And then also, you know, what they do is you slip into your trip or whatever
Ooh,
with a blindfold.
trademark that.
With a blindfold and headphones on that plays like this very deliberately selected music that is proven to assist you in your journey. I just think that that's really cool. But like a lot of these people
It's like a fucking wormhole.
they'll buy tickets to like Costa Rica or wherever, and then they'll go and hang out in like some like, you know, mosquito infested, like super humid, hot place. Have you ever seen these videos?
I have.
Where these like tourists are just basically like flailing around tripping. And there's like one here, one there, and there's all these like there's these attendants, you know, that are supposed to help them. But it just looks like the most disorganized. Like there's no help for anybody. Everybody's feeling miserable, and nobody can help them feel any better because the weather is what it is and they're outside. And it also just seems like a place where a bunch of tourists like spend their money and get like nothing for it except for a big dose of.
Well, there's this like scam or whatever that
Right?
that people are. There's a lot of talk about people who are extremely unqualified. That's the other thing is like when you're sitting there and you're putting yourself into these medical level doses, you definitely want to have medical level personnel around who can handle
Right.
it. I was with one of the LSD scenes that got cut from the book is a scene where Scott Bloom hooks us up with. I met this guy called Eric, who is a world-class pianist, and I did not know this about him when I met him, but he's like this, like it's just unbelievable to watch him play. And so we created electric wine, yeah. So we had all this blotter, and we dropped it into a bottle of wine, and then we went into on Franklin and Highland. There's a legendary Methodist church that was actually, I believe, shot in The Godfather. Anyway, this pianist, he knew in this amazing church is like one of the craziest pipe organs in all of
so cool.
America. Like it's got this amazing history. You can go read about it online now. Like there's these pipe organs have this amazing history. Anyway, Eric, who's this world-class pianist, he had befriended the custodian, this Mexican fella, and I believe Mexican, but Hispanic nonetheless. And so he snuck us in with this bottle of wine with LSD in it, and we'd been drinking it on the way, and so the LSD kicked in, and he is playing fucking Mozart in this, like, oh my god,
On a church organ?
on a
That's so
pipe
great.
organ, on a giant pipe organ with pipes like that go up the wall.
That is so amazing.
It was the most out of body, like, oh my god.
Because even when you're sober, like the sound that those make and the resonance from them, it's like, you know how they say that there's certain frequencies of like chanting that is actually healing, you know? Like that it goes into your body somehow and affects you in a way that's like really like primordial and resets.
And if you think about it, it makes
heals you.
sense.
I'm sorry?
I'm so sorry. I stepped on you. That was so
No,
rude.
it's okay. That would be so life-changing on psychedelics.
I was just going to say that we know that it's true because we know about what happened in Cuba. So if you can use sonar to make people feel bad,
Oh yeah.
then you could probably use it to make you feel good. And I'm not talking just about some, Taylor Swift music. No
Yeah,
one's saying.
that's really interesting that you bring that up. I was so freaked out about the news that they're starting to turn these like big sonic weapons on protesters and stuff. If anybody that's listening, I don't know if you guys ever engage in protests or anything, but you should really get familiar with what those sonic weapons look like. They're a very, very specific box-looking thing.
Yeah, they're really weird looking.
They're super weird looking, and they're really they're really unique looking. So if you ever see that you're in a crowd and you see a truck that has one of those mounted on it, leave.
Or just get away from that.
Leave.
Get away from the beams.
Yeah, or you could get to the side of it or in back of it, but do not stand in
It
front
like
of
makes
that
you.
thing.
Does it make you like physically ill? Physically ill? That's what it does, right?
Yeah, it's like really horrific tinnitus, migraines, and I think nausea. It's really a
That's every day
horrific
for me.
weapon.
Tanner says that he's always been told to do your first drop in a place that is normal to you and don't do it in the woods.
Yes, that's
I would
good
agree
advice.
with all that.
Yeah. But not like at your house with your parents downstairs.
Oh my God, I did it.
Because that's really
I was
bad
like,
idea.
I was in the basement, dude, and we dropped or whatever. We dropped before they went to bed, you know, and then they wake up. My mom wakes up for work, and my mom wore like, she caked on the makeup before she went to work and curled the hair. And like, we're talking like hour of just putting her face on to get to work. It was like an amazing thing, right? So I'm tripping like balls, and I'm downstairs, and my mom's like, Dale! I'm like, oh, fuck. So I go upstairs, and she would have this mirror that she would sit on the table. And then she would have this makeup kit that you could smell, you know, like 10 feet away. You could be like, oh, mom's makeup. Ugh, horrible. So I just sat there, just wasted, and I watched her paint her face. Oh, my God. It was the most existential, like, crisis.
You know that
like,
scene in like Terry Gilliam's Brazil where she's like yanking
yes,
her face?
yes, but instead I'm watching her putting it on, and it's just like it was like the whole like it was like the fraud of life was being exposed to me. Like it's all like I was like, she's a clown. My mom's a fucking clown going to a clown show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there trying to be sober, like talk about the Cheerios I'm eating. You know, it was wild, man. But just watching my mom cake on foundation and all this fucking.
That does sound like a nightmare.
It was the wildest thing to watch, and to watch her become like a different physical being. You know, like when you see women who put on like makeup transformatively, it's mind blowing because it's just like it feels like a fraud. You know what I mean? It was one of the first things like that. One of the first things about me that I find most attractive in women is when they like use minimal to no makeup.
Yeah.
And it's just for me because I just really truly want to just like, who are you? You know, what do you actually look like?
Well, lucky me, I never. It's such a skill that I just never learned. Every time I've tried to wear makeup, it just looks fucking stupid because I'm not good at it.
For some people, it looks great though.
Some people are really artistic with it.
Yeah.
They know how to like blend really well or like pick the right products or whatever. Like that's all over my head.
You know who's been in the news lately is Adam Lambert. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
He can do some makeup, dude. This guy does his makeup. Like you can tell he does it on his own because he's always looking like that. So unless he's got a makeup artist who wakes up in the morning and was like, okay, Adam, let's get to it.
I've tried to learn how to do it. You know, there's tutorials all over the place, even, you know, ones that like look natural, and it's still like 7 steps and like 8 products, and it's all too much.
Cosmic said that beards are male makeup. And
yeah,
I'm like,
that's true.
Yeah, well, and if you were tripping and you could watch me grow a beard sitting at the table before I went to work, you'd probably lose your fucking mind.
I'm sure that's happened to some people. They watch a beard grow. I used to get stuck in the mirror. I'd have to like avoid the mirror because I'd you know, use the bathroom and then be like, oh God, there's a mirror. I'd be like, what is skin? It's horrific. You know?
I definitely had those moments where I'm just like,
yeah, it's the worst. You can't stop because it's all over you.
why?
That's when you really realize that you're just like a spirit, like walking around in this machine of a skin suit, you know?
Oh yeah,
so
the whole
stupid.
like my soul is
it's
embodied.
like a mortal vessel that's feeling really weird right now.
What the fuck is saying that there's like on TikTok is saying there's like a lot of stuff that you have to remember about these things and the dangers of them, particular to things like vomiting and dehydration, and it's definitely dangerous stuff, especially if you're not somebody who's done it before.
Yeah, I've never messed with those. That's another thing too, is like when you're trying to do a heroic dose in a clinical setting where they've got like actual therapists that are there to help you have an epiphany about your life and get over some addiction or some past trauma or something. Like it's really amazing. And what they do is they give you the kind that doesn't make you sick. But if you're going to like Central America on this and into these like you know, jungle, I don't know what they're called. Retreats.
Sure.
Yeah. They just give you the stuff that makes you sick. And I guess that's part of the journey. You're supposed to like purge your inner demons, you know? but that's not for
I'm
me.
going to forgo that part.
That's not for me.
I'm going to be like, yeah, was there a box I can check off? No vomiting,
Yeah,
please.
no, thank you. I think they do that I think peyote does that too, I've heard.
When I tried H with Blake Soper, I vomited so much. Like, I couldn't believe it. I didn't know where it was coming from. I didn't know where it was coming from. Then I did remember, we ordered a large pizza, but it was like, it was so crazy and insane, but it didn't bother me a bit.
Really?
Not a bit. I went out of his apartment. I stumbled out of his apartment, vomited by the stairs, then rolled back into his apartment, and it didn't bother me one bit. I was way into
that is so interesting
the
because
feeling.
I remember I was prescribed once. I can't remember how I was hurt. It wasn't even that bad, but I remember maybe it was the jujitsu injuries that I got. Whatever. I got prescribed instead of just like regular painkillers like ibuprofen or something, they gave me something with an opiate in it. And I remember being like, oh, okay, I get it. This doesn't actually help my pain. It just makes me not care about it. Like, I don't care about anything right now. It's like, I understand the draw of these. I understand the appeal.
Pain no matter.
I'm like, I'm still in pain. I just don't give a shit.
So yeah, that's cool. Like Tanner's like, that's why I stick to CBD, THC and CBD gummies. Those are good bets.
Yeah.
Here's what's interesting, and the studies are coming in, and it's going to blow everyone's mind because it's so sad in reality, particularly when you think about the loss of life. But microdosing psyllium.
No.
Psilocybin.
It is, yes, psyllium too.
No, I mean psyllium. You just want to eat that and poop. But
psyllium is husks,
fiber,
right?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
But psilocybin, microdosing psilocybin, and even LSD are like, the studies are coming back, and they obliterate depression. Like, it goes away. It's gone. People's lives are completely turned around, and they're microdosing. So there's no effects. Like, you're not feeling like, you're not tripping. There ain't no tripping.
I always feel a little skeptical about the outcome of studies like that, because it is really encouraging that people have access to these sorts of treatments that can make them feel better and like give them a new look at their situation. But I feel like people entirely too often, like, they don't really address the causes of depression. Like, I think a lot of people are depressed reasonably. I think a lot of people are in really, really difficult situations that are super stressful, and
survived trauma.
Sometimes depression and anxiety are a really, really normal reaction to really fucked up circumstances. Or like, if you're like in a job that you're like, every day you go to work and you're just like getting beat up or torn down, or just, like, just taking a microdose and feeling better about every other aspect of your life isn't going to change that part, and you're going to end up unwell again,
Yep. Fact.
So I think it's really encouraging that people are going to have easier access to things that aren't like pharmaceuticals. Like, the list of those side effects is always horrendous,
I can't stand it.
I know. It's best to stay away from those things,
I touch on it in the book because, I remember responding really well to the idea that Derek's father's unaliving was the result of being on antidepressants.
In Don's Plum.
Yeah. I loved that when the idea was dropped. I didn't think it was from Beth Ashton. I attributed it to her in the book because I think it was her who dropped the idea.
I think there were some people who theorized that might have happened to Chris Cornell.
For sure.
Because he was on medication that had that side effect.
Yeah, and so many do. It was a phenomenon that I did not know about. I was like, it's not a phenomenon, but it's a side effect I did not even know about until you can't believe it when you hear it. You're like, what? It's like, here, take this anti-cancer drug, side effect cancer. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
It's like the one thing we're trying to prevent with antidepressants is that ultimate end, right? To avoid the potential dangers of depression.
I think it's because part of the so one of the worst symptoms of depression is inhibition. Like, you're inhibited from doing the things that you want to do. You're inhibited from feeling joy. You're inhibited from engaging with your life.
Yeah.
And so once it blocks that or creates the chemistry in your brain that results in that ceasing, then all of a sudden you're able to do all of the things that you wanted to do. And if one of these things is SI, then you're more likely to do it. I think that was the explanation I heard about it.
Very interesting.
Yeah, it's messed up.
Indeed. since I was able to start since I was able to start taking THC and CBD, I've noticed I haven't gotten sick like I used to. And if I do it, it's a day. If I do it in the day, I guess, then I'm better the next day. Well, I see what you're saying. Like, and if you do, you're better the next day if you've accompanied it with these gummies. Well, that's very interesting. Well, one thing they say about COVID, one thing they said about COVID is that cannabis is a natural preventative of it. Like, it's a guard, which means I'm fucking impervious.
Stop.
I don't need vaccinations or masks. But yeah, they say cannabis is supposed to help you with that particular illness. So maybe
I remember hearing that too, but I can't remember why. It was something about like, I know that
I think it's just because you forget to get it.
There's anti-inflammatory properties, but I can't remember if that's the reason. Because you forget to get it.
Boom, boom. Dude, I got
zingers.
I got so wasted I forgot to get COVID. Boom.
I like how your drum kit is like this big.
Do you know the drummer for the Presidents of the United States of America? Did you ever see that band?
Yes. Oh, he has this teeny tiny little drum kit.
He drums on a kid's kit. And really he kills it.
I'm sure he cramps up a little bit. I'm sure that, like, you know, a few years into that gig, he was like, what was I thinking? This is not sustainable.
Confuses everybody who like if you're, you know, as an amateur musician, one of the things I love is my gear. You know, I got me a Fender guitar, you know. So if you become a fan of the Presidents of the United States of America and you're a drummer, you're like, man, I'm not going to give me no damn kid's kit.
Yeah. That's funny. Cosmic Urgency is halfway through reading Jurassic Park.
And the action finally started. I was going to start slowing down, but now I'm into it again, 200 pages in. I'm going to rip through that too.
I've heard this about it, though, that it's like really sciencey.
Somebody just brought it up and suggested me a book today, as a matter of fact. Somebody asked for, what's a book? The suggest me a book that something about how like it's better than anyone would expect or something like that. I can't remember what. But anyway, Jurassic Park was top voted on it.
It is always super impressive when they can like write an action book, right? Where you're like, where it reads so much faster, where your heart quickens, but you're like, it's just words on a page. Like, how do they do it so well?
You think I could write an action?
Oh, yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I think that, especially because you have so much experience as a screenwriter. So you know about, we were doing that in
continuity.
Your book too. Yeah, no, not just continuity, but pacing.
Yeah, well.
Pacing is critical for writing action because like your sentences, when you want somebody to start reading faster, you know, because things are happening fast, so you describe everything. Like you did that in your basketball games. You were playing basketball with DiCaprio in your book. You wrote that way, where everything is all of your sentences are a little bit more staccato. You like deliberately use like smaller words, and you move it along faster, and your sentences aren't super long. You know.
Yeah, no, I can handle a sequence. I wonder if I can handle like a book, a story.
Yeah, sure, why not? I mean,
just wondering like if it's like one of my limitations because I'm so into realism and I'm so into like the human the human condition in a really kind of pure way, and you know, not in a fantasy way so much, unless the fantasy is psychological perhaps.
Well, I think the protagonist in any successful action film is complex, and I think you're really good at that.
Do you think we should be reviewing things more on this channel?
But I don't know how we have the time to consume things to review. I would love to do that because I'm really judgmental and I have a lot of opinions.
Do you guys want us to review stuff? Let us know in the comments below.
We're supposed to have a pineapple scoring system.
Yeah, we might do it that way. First of all, I just want to. This live has gone on. I haven't once said thank you for the likes that you guys have given us and the watch time that you guys are giving us and all the generosity that you guys bring every night. Just thanking you so much for it, and I just want you to know that we really recognize it, and we know that we're growing slow, but I want to go slow, man. I want to get first of all, I want to get my sound right, and I know I got some mud to get out of my voice, and I just haven't gotten back to it in a couple of days, but I'm going to. And then we need to get into, you know, actual content production from these lives. And that's sort of the next phase. And then we'll grow. And before we grow, or before we try to grow too quickly, I want to get into a position where we can take all of our core friends here and make sure they're distinguished throughout whatever growth we might go, just in case we actually end up like
when
having a moment.
When we're huge.
Yeah, when we're huge, like Donnie Brasco.
When your name is in lights.
Did you like Donnie Brasco?
I never saw Donnie Brasco.
Oh, Angela.
Why do you look so disappointed?
We're gonna have to get something that I strangle every time you say you haven't seen it, just to make me feel better.
Like one of those stress balls and watch it come out of your fingers.
Papa John Lover 32 says, do the review stuff. Noah.
Huh?
Noah says, do the review stuff. Vicious Vixen isn't here tonight, but I learned her name is Victoria, and then you told me, oh, we knew that already because we did a reading for her.
Yes, I did her astrology reading.
Totally forgot about that. Mm-hmm. I think she knows that. I'm gonna have to write her and be like, I now remember. It made me feel bad because I forgot that we did like a few readings, didn't we?
Yep. I like doing astrology readings. I think it's fun.
You're good at it, and people want to give you their money after you do it.
It's also really gratifying when people are like, oh my God, this is so spot on. Like you're explaining everything. And I've never met him before.
It's super funny.
Yeah, I know. It's really great.
Let's see if I have anything left on my saved files here. I can't type today at all, so thank God I'm not writing my book right now. Because I can't even do it. Oh my God, it's not Wintertainment, Dale.
Wintertainment?
Yes.
It can be.
If you want it to be.
Did you have anything else on your thumbnail today?
On my thumbnail today is Ghislaine.
Getting threatened.
And oh, by the way, you know the top story on TMZ is that Kristen Cabot. Do you know who that is?
Yes.
You do? Who is she?
She is the woman in the Coldplay concert.
Can you fucking believe this person is famous, bro?
Yeah, she's
People
the
know
other
her
woman.
name, dude. People know her name. What a devastating.
Apparently, she kept her job, right?
No, she's out.
Oh, really?
She resigned.
Yeah, because you can't work HR.
She didn't resign. Surprisingly, she didn't resign before the CEO. But doesn't matter. Or at the same time, I was like, "What are you waiting for?" Like, I wonder if they were probably negotiating her severance because she was probably like, "Nuh-uh,
Yeah.
fuck you, man. I'm showing up
You're
here.
gonna have to fire me. Mm-hmm.
Hey, dude, he hit on me.
That's right.
Yeah, whatever.
Did you see how he was holding me? I couldn't get away.
I can't believe you know her name. I'm just blown away by that. This chick is known by name in this country for cheating on her husband.
So what's the news?
She resigned. Shocking absolutely nobody. But she's like the top story on
She's the top story.
on TMZ. She's
Oh
the
my
top
God,
story
that's
today.
so weird.
You know, it's a slow day.
I don't know why they haven't pivoted and turned this into like, oh, it's because everybody she knows is rich. That's why she doesn't need to turn this into an opportunity like the rest of us would. You know.
Song lyrics sum up my dad's death, says Kelly Osbourne. I was checking to see if it's still a top story, and it's not. The top story is Kelly Osbourne saying, "Song lyrics sum up my dad's death. I'm going through changes," written by Bill Ward. Those words were Bill Ward's.
Yeah, they had a lot of really, really great songs. Dale?
What?
What else?
I'm looking to see if I'm missing anything. I ended up getting sucked into that stupid shit.
You can't get sucked into stuff, dude.
I forgot I'm on live. Hang on, I'm playing my video game. It's a video game live now.
It's a video game live.
Yeah, that was the other thing. Rosie O'Donnell.
Okay.
That was on my thing. She saved somebody's life.
What?
Somebody was choking to death in Dublin in a restaurant, and she got up there and fucking got it done, bro, and
She Heimlicked?
saved a woman's life.
She Heimlich
She
maneuvered?
Heimlicked. I think it's a Heimlich. Let's go. She saw them from by the way, this is reported by Stuff, Cosmic Urgency's favorite
Oh, yeah, okay.
place.
See, it pays to be a people watcher. You could save somebody's life. If you're just minding your own business, you're never going to know that somebody across the restaurant is choking.
According to Stuff, Rosie O'Donnell has saved a choking woman at a Dublin restaurant. The comedian said that she ran over to an elderly woman and guided her to a friend who performed the Heimlich maneuver. Wait, she saved somebody by taking her to somebody who saved her?
Oh,
U.S.
yeah.
comedian.
Well, you have to be really strong to do that. Did you know that?
Oh no, I didn't. You're fucked.
You better find like the biggest, burliest dude to.
You got to break some ribs.
Yeah, well, because you have to, you don't have a lot of time.
No, I know. It's a scary thing, dude. It's so. Have you? Oh my God. There's like a bunch. There's always a video, like once a year at least, on TikTok of somebody getting saved, and you can see like, holy crap, how close they come to the end.
It's also really easy to fatigue too. So if you see somebody who's small who's trying to do the Heimlich maneuver, and you see them how they
tuck her
kind of
out.
fail, yeah, it's really, really tiring. So you can't really. That's why you got to find somebody who's.
So Rosie O'Donnell, she saved a woman by from choking at a restaurant. The 63-year-old who moved to Ireland earlier this year shared her experience on TikTok. Look what I did. The incident occurred after O'Donnell finished a set at the International Comedy Club. She's funny. And then went to a nearly...
she saved a life, Dale. She doesn't have to be everything.
And went to a nearby eatery with her cousin Mary and friend Kiki.
Her cousin Mary.
She could not breathe at all. She started getting red in the face, O'Donnell said. O'Donnell said that the experience was unbelievable and that she was worried that she would have to perform a tracheotomy to help remove the obstruction. The woman coughed out what she was choking on, and O'Donnell said she went back to finishing her meal, which I hope was not what... Never mind. I say God bless you and God bless all of us, and we were able to help each other, O'Donnell said. So I go back to my table, and I can't eat. I'm teary. I look over, and there's Angela fishing her... Angela, where were you? Will you? Oh.
Yeah, I was there.
Angela finishing her meal. God, I love her. O'Donnell moved to Ireland in March, motivated by the current political climate in the U.S., and there you go.
Well, she got a lot of grace from... she got a lot of goodwill from the locals with that, for sure. Imagine being a new person in town and then saving a life as soon as you get there. That's pretty rad.
Legendary, dude.
Yep. She might never have to pay for another Guinness.
In America, it would be like, oh, it's an elderly. It's fine.
Yeah, I know.
Doesn't matter. Do you know what? No more Medicare for that person, and that's good. We have to pay for that. So we're saving the taxpayer money. Oddly enough, though, Americans are like, they're so kind to like people outside the country. Like if people have like Haiti, whatever it is, they'll just pour money into it like blindly.
This isn't true.
It isn't true?
There's always people that step up in like disasters and stuff.
Here in America?
Yeah, Americans aren't really kind
disasters they're good at.
Yes. Disasters they're very, very good at.
Yeah.
And that's when it really counts. But, it's fine if we don't know our friends. I mean, our neighbors and stuff. Whatever.
So, I don't disagree. So people are really struggling with Malcolm Jamal Warner's passing. Like it's just, there's new headlines every day of just people dealing with it. Lou Diamond Phillips is out. He's struggling with it.
Yeah, because he was a really, really sweet
He was
guy.
beloved. Yeah, he was really beloved. He was like one of the real deal guys. It is sad as fuck. I mean, 54 years old. The story got super sad today. You don't want me to share it.
I don't. You told me earlier, and I was like, do not tell people about this new revelation about his passing.
My heart is broken for him. Yeah. And I, like it's even more broken now than it was for him having. And I guess part of me is a little angry because there were warnings, and like if you're gonna go swim in the ocean, you should know what you're swimming into. You especially if you're bringing your family to the ocean. If you're gonna bring your whole family to the ocean, their safety has to be important. And it turns out that his overlooking of safety didn't harm anyone other than himself. But it's just such a tragic and terrible loss. And
it might be so different. Like I don't know what it's like, California coast. Maybe it's really calm waters. Maybe this sort of thing never happens there. Maybe there's never a reason for warnings. But a lot of times, like if there's what is it? Geography? What is it? The topography of under the sea, like at the beach. This was an issue in Rio de Janeiro. There was like a shelf that made this really strange current that happened. And it's just really easy because like the waves come in on this one beach. The beaches they're kind of like they're angled differently. So every beach acts differently in Rio, but like it's really easy to get like crushed between oncoming waves coming in different directions. It's very strange the way that the water works, but it's totally different in Los Angeles. So if this guy was used to like hanging out and having fun with his family,
in Malibu and shit,
yeah, right. Then he goes on vacation. He thinks he can do the same thing because the ocean is the ocean. It's not. Like especially if there's like a drop off right after, right near where you're like, so you're swimming up to your neck, and then there's a drop off nearby. It can get dangerous really fast. I don't know why that works, but I think that's why there's some beaches have bigger problems like that.
So Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce have put out they look so great together. She looks gorgeous, man. Like,
And she looks happy, right?
she looks really fucking happy and gorgeous. Like, she's like full of life, and he looks really fucking happy. Like, they look genuinely
Rich.
really great together. Yeah, they got all the money. They have all the money, obviously.
They look so rich.
They're very rich. They're having they smile a lot. There's a lot of smiling, plenty of smiles, lots of smiles. But honestly, like, I don't think I've seen Taylor Swift look better. She just looks fucking gorgeous. You know, she just looks happy and just, man, he is good for her. I can't wait till they break up and I can get that album, because that's going to be pain.
Oh, no.
That'll be the big pain. No, I kid. I don't want them to break up. I want her to have all the happiness she deserves in life.
What was it that she was doing? She was doing a little acoustic performance, and then she talked to her to the little gathering there. Was it a Tiny Desk concert where she just like in between her songs she was like, I've written so many heartbreak songs that I started to just wonder, like, what would happen to my career if I was ever happy.
Oh yeah,
like she started to worry. She's like, if I ever got happy and I couldn't do this anymore.
It's a legitimate problem. So, like, just in show business in general, like, Ethan Suplee was the adorable fat guy.
Yes.
And that's a big deal, because another guy who RD worked with was a guy called Patrick Renna. Do you know who that is?
No.
He was in a series, I think it's called like the Sandlot, or...
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know the Sandlot, yeah.
Is that like and there's like it was like kids, right? Kind of like a Goonies kind of thing?
Yeah, it's like a kid's baseball movie.
So he was in that, Pat Renna. He was a chubby, you know, an adorable fat kid. You know, he got the adorable fat kid role. I had actually, I got a job editing on a movie that he and RD did together with Beau Bridges. And I did some editing back in the 90s on this movie, and that's how I got introduced to this kid. Well, anyway, Pat Renna, he was the adorable fat kid, and he lost weight because it was obviously the healthy thing to do, and his career kind of fell out, and he was outspoken about it. He was like, man, it bummed me out. You know, he's like, I was afraid of.
Well, that's weird, because it works for some of them. Like Jerry O'Connell had a great career after he grew up, you know, dropped his baby fat. But
he wasn't the adorable fat kid, Jerry O'Connell. Like well, I don't like, I've never identified with him. Like, for example, Ethan Suplee. Everybody identifies with Ethan Suplee as this big, fat, adorable.
Yeah, because he was a fat adult. Yeah.
It's how you identify with them. I think, like, if you identify their body type with their personality, like a skinny John Candy, it's, you know, it didn't even work for Kevin Smith. Like, Kevin Smith has, I think, had a really difficult time selling himself as Silent Bob, as the skinny guy. There was something about this robust, rotund Silent Bob that, you know, and this sort of fat skinny guy combo, and the two of them.
Yeah, the duo.
The duo, really, as a duo, it worked like, you know.
It was like a Laurel and Hardy thing. Yeah.
A Laurel and Hardy thing is absolutely perfect. You know, in terms of, yeah, well, you know, you're good. You're good.
No, it's just a really funny thing to feel congratulated by.
So, it's just a real thing, you know, like to be like an artist categorized by what you provide. Like, she's definitely, like, every song is like, you know, not every song obviously, because she has revenge songs.
It's got to be especially brutal for anybody who's like trying to make it make a career with their talent, but they're just being typecast as their body type, you know. It's got to be tough.
Patrick just did a gig with the Savannah Bananas about a month ago, he thinks it was, says Tanner. Yeah, he does. He still works, and he's like, he gets, you know, he's still, you know, he's gotten through it. But I just recall him being particularly concerned with the culture of, you know, sort of categorizing these people in these unhealthy situations, like the adorable fat guy. Jonah Hill was always the fat guy and was the punching bag. Now he isn't. Well, it's interesting you say that, because I believe that Jonah Hill has actually come out saying that he's had trouble with his transition as well. But I could be wrong about that. But there was another person who had lost a bunch of weight, who had still been successful, but said that everyone started treating them very different.
Jonah Hill's situation is a little unique, because I think his brother passed away of health problems that he may have been worried about having.
Really?
Yeah, so he was prompted to change. I can't remember exactly the details of his brother's passing, but I remember the weight loss happened after that, or maybe during.
Who's a Scientologist, Erica?
Jonah Hill?
Jonah Hill's a Scientologist? No.
I don't know.
No way.
I have no idea.
There's no way that dude's a Scientologist. Is Patrick Renna a Scientologist? Patrick Renna, Scientologist? Scientology, let's see. Boy Meets World? Was Patrick Renna on Boy Meets World?
Are you getting lost?
I don't know if he's a Scientologist. I'm not a Scientology fan, though. In fact, I'm definitely an anti-Scientologist.
Yeah.
You could say.
Yep.
I'm an anti any religion. He presides over weddings. Oh God.
What? That's not so bad.
As a Scientologist, it's awful.
Oh.
That means he's
I
not.
thought it'd be kind of nice to learn to preside over weddings.
Well,
You have
that's
to become
different.
like a minister or something.
Well, you know,
but,
I mean, to become, what do you call them?
but they don't care which church it is, you know?
What do they call that?
Ordained minister?
Is it, that's what it is?
Yeah. You have to become ordained by a church in order to preside over marriages, weddings. I thought it'd be kind of fun to do. It's like a party trick, you know?
Yeah.
Like, oh, so yous two want to get married, huh?
Use two.
You need some help with that?
Cosmic says that to millennials, Patrick Renna is a bit of a legend because he's in everything. I didn't really, yeah, I wasn't, you know.
Dale wouldn't know because he's not a millennial.
No, I'm not. I'm fucking better than that. I never understood like the generational, you know, I'm this and I'm that. I guess that's kind of what Dunce Plum's all about, is because like I was like found that whole like, you know, I was working on this Christian movie, small group, and the director constantly complained about millennials. The guy's like born in like I think he's like
he is
10 minutes from being a millennial,
right.
if he's not actually a millennial, because like how blurry that line is.
It is really weird to complain about the very next generation.
He was complaining about it the way like, you know,
like
how,
you guys are so close, you're like siblings.
You know how you like you get a job and you can learn how to complain like people at the job. Like when you first get the job and you're like, you get there and you're like all wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, and you're like,
there are some people that are just really like they're well tuned for tribalism. Like, have you ever gone to some, I don't know if you remember, but when you were in like high school, that there were some people that were like really team spirit about their school, and they had like rivalries with the other schools.
They run for president.
I know, and I was like, God, it's like seems so weird, like how easily they manipulate you into making a us versus them when like we all live in the same town, you know?
Weird.
It's just really strange, and I think that's part of it too. Is like millennials versus Gen Z versus, you know, Gen X versus boomers. It's like you guys are just trying to divide yourselves into tribes instead of just chilling out.
You got any other questions? Because I mean, as I look here, I think I am a wrap. Let me go one more time. It was
well, that's right on time.
It was a very slow day.
I had a fun talk with you about Hulk Hogan.
Dude, that guy. Oh, the other thing is that I wanted to talk about today that I didn't get to yet is Alison Brie and Dave Franco. I wonder if, first of all, I thought about Dave Franco today, and I was thinking about like, you know, James, and I was wondering if James has been like, man, my motherfucking brother, bro, that guy didn't have shit, you know, like he's like becoming a legit star, and it's most certainly because, you know, I don't know. I mean, I say most certainly, but I don't know. Anyway, my story. Alison Brie and Dave Franco are encouraging fans. Listen to this fucking nightmare that they're creating. They're encouraging fans to propose at the movie theater, and that together, contest winners. Is that the name of the movie? I'm not going to go see it. Together, because the last thing I want to do is go to a movie where a bunch of fucking people are proposing.
What are they supposed to like take a knee on the like sticky floor of a movie theater?
I guess they're supposed to record it and then post it.
Oh my God.
And then the winners get a free wedding. So now they're going to have fucking people going to the theater. I mean, they're not, because this is like ridiculous and nobody. Like, let's go to the top comment, because it's just fucking such a disaster.
Are you saying that you don't want to do this? Because we could get a free wedding if we did it.
You want to have a free wedding, Angela? Invite 140 nobodies.
I'd be like, that'll be $200,000. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
you could just make the checkout. I'll do the organizing.
we'll do it all from here, thanks. The top voted answer is, this is a pretty weird idea, so I automatically have to assume that it was Dave Franco's.
I don't know anything about him.
Turn your relationship into a marketing stunt. What a great way to get things started. Like it's that kind of a disaster.
This is a specific kind of like annoying dystopia that we've entered into.
I hate it.
Everything is being commoditized, guys. Like don't let them get.
Fuck, what are you doing?
Don't let them trick you into doing this kind of shit.
And you also like wonder like how many people are gonna like, oh, I guess this is the time I'm gonna do it. This, because they're gonna like try to get a free wedding, or some person who has this unfortunate idea that their wedding has to have this, be this thing.
I also think a lot of people are just going to do it with their friends, try to get money out of it.
Just try to get money out of it?
Yeah.
Do you want to do it? You want to just go and fucking...
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go do it. We'll do it with our masks on. They'll never pick us. We'll have our masks on.
I'll be like, boo.
So that might be the wrap. Let me just check one last time so that I don't have like a bunch of saved things for tomorrow that'll bother me. Yep, that's... it, except that Colbert was on a vacation, and he didn't know that his late show was dead, but his manager did.
Oh,
that's like the thing about managing.
So his manager was like, let him finish his vacation. I don't want to ruin his nice time. I'm not
telling him, and you're not telling him, and we'll announce it when he gets back. He's having a good time with his family.
I appreciate that. I think that's the right way to be.
That's what managers are there for, in part.
Yeah, to protect
they're like
you.
These meat shields where they're just like
protect you from bad news. Yeah.
It's poor Colbert, but like there he goes. He gets fired, and then 2 days later, the FCC approves the Paramount deal. So he got fired
for budget.
No, for ratings.
Oh, but they said that they didn't want to pay for it anymore.
Right, because of the ratings.
Okay.
They're not making the money. Right, it's just not pulling any numbers.
Yeah.
So they canceled the whole damn show. What are they going to put in that slot? They put another fucking talk show, bro.
They're going to put your show. They're going to put Too Real Live.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, I'm not going to do it. Fuck you. I'd rather be broke.
You said fuck you to nobody.
Fuck all you nobodies. I'd rather be broke. Is the end of my nose red?
Yes, the very end.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know.
I've been noticing it. I've been like, what is this Rudolph shit?
I don't think it's terminal.
Hopefully tomorrow will be gone. If not, then we can just start saying, just going to get you guys to start praying for me, I guess, because I'm going down. You guys are so lovely. I had such a really great time again tonight. So thank you for coming out and hanging out with us and bailing me out on all my fucking lack of knowledge. You guys are really quite incredible. And you guys just really make my days more fun. Give me something to look forward to every day. So thank you so much. I hope you will come back and join us again tomorrow. We will be here at 7:00. Good night, Angela.
Good night.
I love you, dude.
That's sweet.
Goodbye, everybody.